Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. You're listening to the What It Do podcast.
Still centering yourself.
Yeah. You think you would? I think you would think you'd be over this by now, but no.
I know.
But hey, guys, welcome back to an episode of the What It Do podcast. In the studio this week, we got Mr. MATT LUCERO, Chris Crawford, Ryan Henry.
Ryan Dale.
Ryan Dale. Why did I say Ryan Henry?
You're good.
You're right either way.
Yeah, I was right either way. Okay.
Yeah,
Mr. Michael Shields, man.
I got three first names.
Welcome.
Welcome down. You had a long drive from Monahans.
Man, I drive all over the place. It don't matter.
God.
It don't matter. Wherever it is, and if I'm needed to be there, I'm there.
I like that.
Mike is always on the road, and what I like is Mike. We'll have a practice, and Mike will show up.
I'll show up.
He'll show up,
No
drive
kidding.
two hours to come and practice.
You must be like a peaceful driver, man.
I just put it in automatic, go to sleep, and then when I get there, I'm good.
You let the road bumpers wake you up. You're like, oh, yeah, just straighten up a little bit. I'm good.
No, he's got a postal service truck, so
I just put it in auto drive.
yeah.
That's scary.
Yeah, I know.
I don't know if I could do that. I mean, these self-driving cars, man, they scare the hell out of me.
Oh, yeah.
My wife's got a Cadillac.
Does the automatic steering?
Yeah, dude. And she's like, she'll take it off, she'll put it on and start driving down the road. And I'm like, see a turn coming, but I'm gripping everything. I'm like, get ready to reach over and grab that steering wheel because I'm like, I don't trust this thing at all. But she's just like, she'll get on her phone and start texting and shit.
Have you been to Austin lately?
Yeah.
Have you seen the
Waymos?
Waymos? Yeah. It's they're like Ubers, but there's not a driver. It's a self-driving.
Oh, heck.
But they took somebody out here not too long ago, right?
I think it did. I think so. And I've one of the waitresses at the restaurant we were eating at, we were talking about it, and she was like, those things they've got an attitude. Like if you're crossing the street and the light turns green and you just kind of haven't made it completely out of the street, it'll start honking at you. I was like, damn.
Nice.
Even
nice.
technology's in
I don't play. Get out the
This
street.
is the
Get out the way.
Well, I mean,
that's the way it's going, though. Before you know it, there'll be comedians, there'll be robots.
I know. It won't need us anymore.
sorry.
Be truthful, they don't need us now.
But they can't write a joke. They can't write an original joke. They can't write nothing good, right? I mean, I think they can't even write mute. Hold on a second. Can they write music?
Yeah.
They can.
Sure they can.
Yeah.
Don't they just do remakes and shit like that? Or they can actually write an entire song?
They can write an entire song. You can feed it prompts about like, hey, make a song about this lamp I'm trying to sell, and it will generate a song.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Wow.
I didn't know it'd come that advanced already.
Yeah,
me
it's
neither.
it's way ahead of us. There's going to be an AI comedian in it in no time. Yeah, they really will.
I wouldn't want to see
Who
it.
knows? Maybe Matt Rife is already an AI. He seems very computer. Like
he
somebody
does.
put them together in a computer.
That's funny.
Yeah.
People sell their voice nowadays too. That's crazy.
Yeah.
No
right.
kidding.
Yeah, you can sell like for a lot of money for their
talk
voice.
overs.
Just
Dude, maybe we got enough library here to sell it to somebody. We're like, we don't want it.
They're like, we already got it. They're like, we already got it for free. We downloaded it off
Oh,
of
that's
YouTube.
true, right? And then a data center moving right outside of town.
Oh, yeah.
We're screwed. We're totally screwed.
We're screwed. So the show that's coming up, let's go ahead and get that right off the top.
Yeah.
So
So that
go
one
ahead.
is called the Upside Frown. It's a Stranger Things themed comedy show that we're doing at the Black Box Theater. Yuki Kuniyuki's been really good with opening the doors to us and just kind of, if we have an idea for a show, he'll usually let us run with it.
Oh, that's cool.
So yeah, the Stranger Things, and I know that we're already past the prime of Stranger Things. We're just trying to cash one last check or one last adventure. It was the thing is like
it's still, I think it's still, y'all caught it early enough still. Because I mean, it was just like a couple of months ago, right? Like December.
Yeah, so January 1st was kind of the big phenomenon for Stranger Things, and the rest of January was still kind of tapering off all of that. So I felt like February, I could see like people were starting to not so much not care, but it's like it's starting to disappear into the oblivion of all the media that's out there.
Oh, I got you.
But it takes time to write jokes.
No.
So that's the thing is we all had to see the finale, and we all needed about a month or two of writing so that we could put together just a one final Stranger Things adventure, I guess.
Well, they're gonna come out with an animated
series.
the
animated series looks dope. There's a bunch of stuff that's still coming out with Stranger Things.
That's gonna be on Netflix too, Tiffany.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah,
man.
the trailer came out for that already. Tales from '84, I
Yep.
think is what it's called.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I mean, it looks
dope.
It looks really good.
yeah. You know that Across the Spider-Verse animation
Yes,
style?
yeah.
They did kind of like that.
Oh no shit!
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
Dude, that just sounds pretty badass.
So it does look really cool. And then the best part of Stranger Things is all the 80s nostalgia and all that stuff. So
Yeah.
even the trailer, they're using There's Always Something There to Remind Me. That song. So just I love hearing all the classics and
Oh damn, that's badass.
Yeah.
So how long is the show, man? Like,
So the show itself is probably going to be about an hour. We've got 5 comedians going up total, including myself, Chris
20 minutes
Crawford,
each.
Ryan Dell, Rich Estrada, who wasn't able to make it tonight, and Michael Shields.
even though he doesn't live far.
Yeah, even though he doesn't live far. Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding.
So it's got 5 of us, and then we're going to end with kind of like a little Q&A, and then we've got some gift baskets, like a gift basket to give out. And then Chris actually brought his Stranger Things jacket. We're actually going to be giving that out at the end of the show as well.
Badass. Man.
Yeah.
So how long does it take to write 20 minutes?
Oh my gosh. Well, I tell you what, when Matt said, hey, we're going to do a theme show about Stranger Things, we need to make jokes, write jokes for the theme. And Yugi wanted to make it clear that, hey, when you guys write these jokes for this type of show, it's theme orientated. Don't bring your normal comedy. That
He was very strict about. We don't want to hear your normal sets.
Yeah, you know,
Oh, damn, that's pretty cool.
So sitting down and thinking about it. Wow, okay. Well, what made it a little easier is Chris came up with the idea. He said, since there's 5 of us and there's 5 seasons, instead of trying to do a joke about the whole 5 seasons, let each comic pick a season and then write jokes about that particular season.
That's pretty smart, Chris.
So it's a lot easier, a little bit more off your plate to write jokes for that one season than trying to write jokes for the whole thing.
Yeah.
So it's a little. Chris comes up. We did a little practice.
It was very selfish. Because
Yeah, that's right. Tell the reason why.
You have a favorite season, right?
no. I had never seen any of it.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So when I confess, when I said, yeah, I'll do it and I'll watch Stranger Things, I then looked at the runtime of 45 hours and 18 minutes. And I decided that 45 hours and 18 minutes of me sitting on a couch was not going to be okay.
Yeah.
So I did everything. So I watched season 1 and then I suggested it and then I immediately volunteered for season 1.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm not watching any more than I have to because it is a lot of
that's a lot
of
to take
episodes.
in, yeah.
Did you count how many hours?
He did.
45 hours, 18 minutes.
That's right. 40.
There's 42 episodes.
No.
9 years, 5 seasons.
Man.
I watched all 5 seasons in about a month and a half.
Wow.
I heard about it now when I was married or engaged, whatever she was. A long time ago when the season first started, because she used to watch some stupid stuff on TV. And she said, hey, Mike, let's check out this show called Stranger Things. I'm not watching any crazy shows that you're interested in. I didn't have any interest in it. I hadn't seen it. I'd only heard about it. I didn't see any previews, nothing.
Yeah.
During the football season, when the playoffs started, and they were advertising Stranger Things. Well, I've been watching football. That's the only reason I noticed it. And they started showing previews of the show. And I was like, whoa, what have I missed? And it's all animated in sci-fi. And I was like, so I called her up. I said, all you had to say was it was a sci-fi flick. I'd have been watching it since season 1. So I started watching it right after the playoff starts, and I went from season 1 all the way through to season 5.
Oh, you binged it, man.
Oh,
Heck
I
yeah.
did. And I couldn't, like Chris said, season 1 was really slow, and I was like, okay, what have I got into? But then it started picking up.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. I mean, I would watch I've been watching maybe 2 episodes a night. But boy, when I got into it around season 3 and 4, I had to work at 7:30 in the morning.
Yep.
You don't have to.
Well, you're right.
Yeah.
And especially on season 4, when it really started getting good, I would watch my normal 2 hour or my 2 episodes, and I said, okay, I'm gonna watch one more. Okay, now I can't go to bed now. I can't go. I watched one season where I went to bed at 4 o'clock in the morning, and I had to get up and be at work at 6:30. Well, I get up at 6:30 to be at work at 7:30. I was like, oh my gosh, I can't keep doing this. So I'm a zombie going to work that morning. But I got into it, and then I knocked it out, and I was like, oh, this is it. And then he came up with the theme. I was like, oh, heck yeah, put me in.
Yeah.
Damn, that's hilarious. That was me last night. 4 o'clock in the morning. I was watching
Still watching it?
Snowfall.
Yeah.
When I get it, dude, I don't know what my problem is, but once I get started on the show, I have to watch
Gotta
it.
watch it.
Yeah.
Watch it till it's over.
Yeah.
You get hooked. I got
Yeah,
hooked.
what's crazy is the show is weird enough that when you're binge watching and you're half asleep, your eyes are fluttering, like the next day you don't know if it was a dream or if it was a show. That is horrible.
Yeah. You got to go back and rewatch it. You're like, I've been on.
But that was his problem because he only seen season 1, so he wasn't all into it.
Okay.
But once you got into it, there was no way you were gonna start falling asleep.
Yeah, because I think once you get past season 2, you're really like invested.
You're into it.
Now, please understand what the logic they're using me on right now. Right? Season 1 was 6 hours and 45 minutes. Season 2 is almost 7 hours. So after the first 16 hours, it starts to get good, Chris.
Like first 16 hours. It's funny because everybody has like their favorite season and their season that they don't like so much.
Yeah.
And season 2 for me was probably the hardest one to get through. Every time a season of Stranger Things would come out, I would binge watch the first couple seasons that were already out, and season 2 was always the hardest one to like. Come on, let's get through this.
Let's get into it.
Season.
Yeah. So we gave Ryan that season.
That's my favorite season, actually. So
Well, that worked out okay. then.
Yeah.
It's all jokes on you.
Have you watched the whole thing all the way through?
I have, yeah.
Okay.
Yes, I have. Yeah, it's pretty good. Yeah, but season 2 just always stuck out to me. So I was like, when he told me, I was like, I'm way more confident about watching those than, or telling jokes about season 2 than the other ones. So.
What about season 2 was your favorite?
No spoilers, baby.
No, you're good. My favorite part was at the end when the school was destroyed. That was like my coolest part ever. He did a great job at destroying that place. You know,
Right, it's like I've had some dreams about this.
He goes to work. He's in the parking lot. You know, he goes to the Upside Down. He sees the school all burned down. He's like, all right, time to go to school. Time to go to work.
So that was my favorite part. So.
That's funny, man. Props to y'all, man. That's to me, just thinking about that sounds so hard. Like, I don't even know where I would begin, like, to write. I mean, I'm not a joke writer, you know, so of course it's even harder, but
There was little
I don't
bits,
even know how to.
little bits I would think of here and there in between seasons and stuff like that. Just funny little jokes I would say over and over. But then when it comes down to it, I'm trying to get all these guys to create 10 minutes of material at least. And that, I mean, it's hard. It's hard to.
Oh, I imagine.
Because, I mean, you can think of 1 or 2 funny lines and it's 30 seconds.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
And it's like, yeah.
So that's why we had a practice time, and when all of us showed up and they did it, it was amazing that when we first started and came up with this idea that the jokes and setups that they had already come up with and they're still fine-tuned was pretty cool.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, like I said, it's not that easy to do. And what we had done, you know, we brought our little notes too, you know, and we checked the notes and we asked each other, well, what do you think? Should I leave this in, take this out? You know, maybe not so much on this, you know, not so much on that. Maybe bring this up a little bit.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So I'll give you some notes.
Yeah, workshopping. You have to workshop.
I was actually super excited about that portion of it because all the time there's like, are you writing? Are you writing? Are you writing? What are you going to do? Something new? You can bring out something not. And usually you bring out something new and you have to workshop it. You have to sneak it in here, sneak it in there, put it between something that's already proven. And it takes forever to get it worked out. This time they're like, okay, next month you're doing brand new 10 minutes and it's going to be on this thing. And you've been inspired and pressured to think and cook and work. And when you come up with something that you think is presentable, you're pretty happy with it and you're pretty proud. So I think that trying to find the random funny in every day, that's way harder than someone saying, hey, we're doing we're going to write jokes about just bananas and kiwis. And it's like, you start cooking on just bananas and kiwis. And like, you come up with 5-10 minutes worth of banana and kiwi jokes. Right. So like same with Stranger Things is like, or Star Wars or anything else that comes up. If you give us a theme to work towards, that allows us to put all of our little comic autism towards one thing.
Oh yeah.
And it usually works out pretty well.
Yeah.
Man, that's funny. So how many times did y'all rewatch y'all season? Or were you able to do it with just the one through?
Well, I rewatched mine like 4 or 5 times before even having the idea for the show.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah, because like I said, every time a new season would come out, I would binge watch.
Oh.
So I've already seen it
man,
a
you
couple
were really
times.
in it.
Yeah, I really was.
Well, like I got season 5 and you know, like I said, I had recently watched, but I would go back and like, you know, when I got a joke idea for a certain part of that scene, I'd go back and I'd watch that scene. And then when I watched that scene, it's okay, enter joke here. Okay. All right. Okay, that's cool. All right. Now fast forward and see what else. And when something else came up to where I thought, ooh, I could put a joke in there. Insert joke here. So I would watch it. And like I said, before I finally came up with the ending, we went to practice, and like I said, they came up with some ideas that helped me end it. And like I said, I went back and went over toward the end of season 5. I'm like, okay, I got it now. I got it. I even called him. I said, what was that idea again? Because I want to try to implement it as part of my ending.
So I got a quick question. So like, kind of a little bit what Chris was talking about too. You know, when you come in up with new jokes, a lot of times comedians don't want to work it out. Like, you know, they'll just kind of fit it into like one of their sets and see if it, that didn't kind of catch the way that, you know, I thought it would. Let me change up a little something. With these, you can't really just bring them up in your set. So
no, it's all or nothing.
But y'all don't even like maybe practice in front of each other, I guess.
Yeah, that's
kind of what
just that
like the
one
workshop
time so far.
Oh, okay. Yeah. But as far as like, I mean, you can't really bring it out in front of the public because these are going to be for a specific show.
Yeah,
so.
these are our specific jokes specifically for that show. So if we're trying it other places, they kind of get burned.
Yeah.
Well, here's the advantage I have with that. Now, since I'm in Monahan's, which I'm good ways away, I went to an open mic on last Monday, and little bits and pieces of what I wanted to say or try to do, I tried it there. These people in Monahan's are not going to come all the way over here to San Angelo to go to that show, so I have no idea. So I implemented
jokes on you.
Yeah, I know, right? So I implemented some of the jokes that I wanted to say to see how well it went over with just some at an open mic.
Yeah,
and it hit. I said, okay, good. Maybe that one's good. Okay, that one's good. Okay, I'll keep that one.
Yeah. So you got a chance to kind of work it a little bit.
So, but, you know, with these guys being here, there's no place they can go out into public area anywhere and practice it to where when the night of the show, oh, I saw you when you was over at so-and-so. You already told that. We know what's coming.
Yeah.
So they don't have that kind of advantage. But I had the little advantage that I tried it. And, of course, for another week and a half or so.
Yeah.
I may go back next Monday and try something else over there.
Right.
So,
man,
that's pretty cool.
That's so cool. Like there's so much involved with doing jokes. I didn't realize it, until we got to talking. I think the very first time we got to talking about how y'all kind of come up with jokes. I was like, man, that's hard. Like it's extremely. On top of that, standing up in front of a bunch of people, and it's like, okay, now I got to make these people laugh.
It's easy for these guys.
It's a one-sided conversation.
Here's the reason why. He's a school teacher. He's used to being in front of people.
Oh yeah,
kids, adults, whatever. He's an instructor. He's used to being in front of people. He teaches. Same with him. He used to be a DJ, still is.
Still is a DJ.
So he's used to be in front of crowds. He's on the mic. He's got a radio voice. It comes easy for the crew that we have.
Yeah.
So, and me, I just talk a lot. So
works out.
I used to clown in school. So I'm just performing too.
Well, Mike is the promoter too. That he wears a bunch of different hats. That he's constantly producing shows, promoting shows, and putting stuff together. So he's always kind of in that comedy mindset.
Oh yeah. I've been doing it for a while.
What are tickets going for?
$20 for adults and $15 for students. It's actually a PG-13 show.
Okay.
So we want to try to make it that people could come watch it with their kids, but not like little kids. You know what I mean? Like whoever you feel comfortable watching the show. The show itself is actually rated TV 14 or something like that. But PG 14. And there's a little bit of like language in the show. There's a little bit of blood and gore. They talk about some sexuality stuff. So it's not for children per se, but it's
teens.
It's something you can go and relate with your kids, because they watch the movie.
You can bond on that,
because the show itself kind of touches on a lot of mixed.
Yeah, it sure does.
Yeah, I mean, you've got.
You watch these kids grow up.
Yeah, it's still a coming of age story.
Yeah,
exactly.
Very
And they've gone through a lot of experimenting, I should say, and mixed relationships and the wizards coming out of the closet kind of thing. I'm like, oh my God, they're touching on everything.
The wizards coming out of the closet. That was the big plot twist for that initial run of episodes on season 5.
Right.
When me and my wife were watching it, she was like, "That was a twist." Oh my God, what a twist! Jesus. And that's the difference between a twist from the 80s and a twist from this current day
generation.
And age.
Well, funny. I also think that it's weird because everyone is like, "Oh, it's okay." Yes, our show is PG-13, but people talk about this show like it is some like it's like some show designed for kids or teenagers or whatever. But People, but then you ask anybody about it, they're like, "What'd you love about it?" Oh, the nostalgia. I'm like, dude, unless you're 42,
I can understand that.
like you weren't alive in the 80s. You
It's like
don't.
those kids-
but like this isn't some memory, some core memory that you just had jogged. Like maybe you watched it with your dad. Your dad's like, "Oh, did you see that? I grew up with that." But it was never like, "Oh, the nostalgia." If you're over 40, then yes, it's nostalgia.
What do you know about Master of Puppets, man?
Yeah.
Come on. This is the first time you ever heard it. I've heard this thing 1,000 times.
I get the same feeling when those teens wear the Nirvana or Foo Fighter shirts, and I'm like, what do you possibly
They're like
know
back
about
in the day, back in the day.
Yeah.
Like okay,
I'm like,
Our
calm down.
target audience is, though, right?
Yeah.
That's what we're hoping the target audience is, so they get and understand what we're actually going through. Saying about
And that's what made it a great show too. Is like our generation.
We got into it.
Oh, loves it because it was 1980s nostalgia, all the fun stuff. The younger generation loved it because it was kind of like sci-fi, horror, that sort of thing. So it kind of made a really great audience of families that can watch it together.
Yeah.
So it was pretty good. And then one of the parts for the nostalgia too, I got season 3, which is my favorite season, because Starcourt Mall.
Starcourt Mall. Yeah.
Okay.
Starcourt Mall was so good because do
Billy
y'all
got
remember?
Billy.
Do y'all remember when malls had stores?
There's still a few around. Not here, but there's a few around.
Not here. Yeah, they look like their Bed Bath and Beyond was doing just fine. You know what I mean? They look like they still had a Chick-fil-A there in Starcourt Mall, but not so much about ours.
No, it's so sad.
The closest mall to my vision of what the original old school version of a mall would be, with Midland still has a decent mall.
Oh, do they really?
Yeah, the Midland.
they've upgraded it a lot.
The Midland Park Mall they actually have stores in there. They actually have a decent food court. There's a theater there. There's it reminds me of like, this is what a mall's supposed to be.
Yeah.
But
Without the second level or the third level.
Yeah.
or the secret Russian base underneath the mall. Do they not have that?
No, they don't.
It's a secret. It's a secret, man.
It is. We don't know.
We wouldn't know. But it's the only building that's running when all the power goes out.
Yep.
I don't know. We're not supposed to talk about this.
I know, right? It's supposed to be.
I forgot. Our handler gave us a list of what not to talk about.
So are y'all going to be dressing up as any characters? or
Ooh,
anything?
what she said.
So probably going to dress in just kind of 80s just any Stranger Things where we do have somebody that's dressing up as a special guest.
Wait, who's dressing up as Eddie? Who's dressing up as Dustin?
don't give it away.
No, not character special guest, just special guest.
Oh,
okay.
Nice.
I'm hoping that it brings a little flair, a little excitement to what we've all done and what we're doing, and so we came up with an idea.
That's
we
cool.
thought that's going to be, and to come
Nice
out and
little
see it,
surprise.
come out and see us when exactly when you come out and see it, it'll be oh my god.
Yeah.
I want everything. Who's gonna be 11?
I told you I've seen Chris in a kilt before, so don't be surprised.
That's funny.
Chris has got the
you
shaved
have
head
some
already.
Eggos?
Yeah, he's got the same. He could be little 11. Huh?
That's hilarious. Oh, man. Well,
That'd
man,
be cool. That'd be really cool.
I think it's going to be a good one, man.
Yeah, we're looking forward to it. I don't think I've been on a show in. I was on the Juan Villarreal show, but I don't do shows as much as these other guys do. So that's just fun to be able to produce something and put something together.
Yeah, man, that's pretty neat, dude.
I thought it was a great idea.
Especially something that has like a strong fandom like that. That's why I have a Q&A after the show. So anything that usually has a strong fandom like that, people want to talk about it.
Oh, yeah.
So we're doing a little Q&A after the show, and then like I said, we're trying to we have some prizes that we're going to give out.
Oh, man,
stuff like that.
That's cool.
Yeah.
So-
Go ahead.
Go
Sorry.
ahead. I was gonna say, so if it does pretty well and the jokes deliver like they're like you want them to, are y'all gonna be doing more themes?
Yeah, for sure.
Well, and this isn't the first theme they've done. I mean, they did the Star Wars theme.
did a Star
okay,
Wars.
Star
Remember
Wars.
that
That's
one.
cool.
And y'all do another one outside of Star Wars?
I don't recall.
Wasn't it?
We did a
actual
teacher
theme show.
theme one.
Right.
That was kind of
Which
a
one?
theme. A teacher theme show that.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah.
That was
So
fun.
there's been a couple of theme shows. Like the Star Wars one was funny because I got booked for that and I know nothing about Star Wars. Nothing
Oh, what?
about
You
Star
told me
Wars.
about that the other
Sounds
day.
familiar.
What?
So what I
That's
did
crazy.
was I wrote about what I did and didn't know about Star Wars, why I didn't know it, and just kind of use that as a bridge to talk about some other subjects.
Okay.
But I didn't know anything about Star Wars because I saw Spaceballs first.
That'll ruin it for you.
So anytime I try to watch Star Wars, it was just like watching unfunny Spaceballs.
No,
So I
that's
was like,
funny.
I can't really make it through this.
As I said, what's the guy with the Schwartz?
Yogurt.
No, I think you'll see plenty of themes because I think that is we want to use that space, and it turns out that's because there's only a handful of us, we're not going to go out there every month and produce another 10 or 15 minutes of brand new stuff. Yeah. That's just a lot of pressure. But if you add a theme, then that theme now gives us something to work towards. So instead of just trying to come up and always produce brand new material all based off of the world we see around us. Yeah. We have something to look at and base our writing on, and I think that's really cool. So I think if it's just going to be the same handful or so of comedians rotating through, the idea that they have these themes that are going to ensure that the show is different every single time will give the audience something different every single time to look forward to,
rather than just booking us the same couple comedians every show. It's like that'll start to get stale after a while. So creating a theme and keeping it fresh and everything like that.
That'd be cool, man. I hope Welcome to Derry has at least 5 seasons because that'd be so cool.
Yeah.
There's I think there's plenty of jokes to write about that.
Oh yeah, there's jokes about anything. There's jokes. I mean, if you can appeal to your audience and say, "Oh, well, how dare you say that?"
Right now, currently, me and the wife have been going through Bridgerton.
Okay.
And I was thinking, I was like, maybe we could do a Bridgerton show, but I would make everybody talk like back then.
Okay, with an accent. That's hilarious.
It's a must.
Yeah, and then I don't know if I could do 10 minutes on Bridgerton.
Oh man, Game of Thrones would be a good one too.
Oh
yeah, that was not bad.
House of the Dragon.
Speaking of Game of Thrones, that one notoriously had a bad finale. Like a lot of people, didn't like it. Really didn't like that finale. I'm sure y'all saw the finale for Stranger Things, right?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
What did y'all think of it?
It was good.
It was good. It wasn't great.
I didn't watch
it wasn't great.
It was good. It ended it. Kind of closed it out. But at the same time, it was like they could have did a little bit more. Because the buildup was so huge to it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it was like, wait a second, hold on. It just kind of left me there, and I'm like, well, I guess. I mean, it ended. And it closed it out, but it was like I felt like,
or did it?
Yeah,
exactly. Because it left it open.
Maybe, it did leave it open a little bit because there's like the next generation, So maybe that was the whole idea was they wanted to leave it open.
I heard people were disappointed, so it kind of reminded me of The Sopranos.
I'm gonna show you.
Oh, that one pissed me off.
Yeah. So I'm like, maybe I don't want to watch it.
I love The Sopranos show. The whole show is great, but the ending pissed me off when I first saw it. I was like, what? The screen just goes black.
Those are the two notorious bad endings was Sopranos and Game of Thrones that people really didn't like it. Yeah. And then Stranger Things, they kind of started going after it too, but
it wasn't terrible though.
I don't think it was terrible.
It was safe.
There was really some lazy writing in it. There was some plot holes. The thing is, people were pointing out plot holes during the season 5 finale and all that stuff. The plot holes have been there the whole time. The whole time.
It's just because it was ending.
Every season. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I didn't watch the end.
You didn't watch
the season finale. No.
Let me tell you about it. No, I'm just
don't ruin it for me.
I got upset. I was doing another podcast and we were talking about that show, and the producer came on and he said, "Yeah, at the end, blah 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 blah," and I said, "What?" He said, "Yeah, blah 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 blah." I was like, "Dude, I haven't seen season 5 yet, man."
Just ruined it for you.
You said they're watching it just dead because you know what the end is.
You're lying, dude. You're lying. You're just doing that to mess with me. You're lying. And I got to watch it. Now I'm prepared for it. I'm like, oh, he was telling the truth.
Ruined it, man.
That's hilarious.
God. And then, of course, when you get to the final one, I'm like, oh, okay, well, maybe not.
Right.
Yeah, I think they played it safe.
Yeah, I think so too. They didn't really. I mean, we've all seen it already, so not giving out any spoilers. But they didn't really kill off too many major characters. Like I had a whole chart of who's going to survive and who's not, and I lost all of them.
If you want one of the main characters, you made it through the whole thing.
Yeah,
I know. If you're a fill-in character, you got killed off.
Yeah,
so I'm like, what? how is Dustin still alive? You know,
Yeah.
with the mouth here.
Yeah.
He's so smart though.
Yeah.
Well, that's it too. But then
There was
Maybe I
the
gotta
ones
catch
that they were too smart to die, like
Robin.
Robin, Erica Sinclair was too smart to
Erica
die.
was, yeah.
Dustin Hop was. I thought maybe he was gonna bite the bullet, but
At least 2 or 3 times because
Yeah.
it came that close.
yeah,
Multiple times. Yeah.
I thought Vicky
Dustin's
was
the
going to
glue.
be knocked off.
He said Dustin's the glue.
yeah. Dustin is the glue that holds him and Steve.
I was
Steve,
say, yeah.
Steve Harrington was probably the unsung hero of the whole show.
Exactly.
He was like the least expected hero.
He was. He was.
So off. This is gonna be off the Stranger Things, but still on the endings. We were talking about the Sopranos. What did you think about the Sopranos? How it ended?
I never saw The
You
Sopranos.
never saw it.
No.
Did any of y'all see it?
I just
I
hear.
didn't see
heard
the ending.
about
I
it,
saw
and
the first.
Of course,
I
like I
didn't.
say, I heard the
last
reviews
season, I
on it,
didn't
and
see
everybody's like,
Are y'all ever planning on watching it? Because I'll ruin it for you right now.
I feel like I've seen
Unless
the
it's-
very ending because I heard so much about the ending that they're all in some diner.
Yeah.
And
If you
somebody
haven't
walks
seen
in.
it now, I'm going to ruin it for you
Yeah,
because
yeah,
you should
go
have
ahead.
seen it
Go
already.
ahead.
But the part that the whole thing about it is the show is so great. Like, I mean, the whole build up, you don't even expect, like, everything seems like it's going to go, oh, this is going to probably just, they're fine. They're going to go, they're going to move on with their lives, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Then they meet up in a diner. It's Tony Soprano. He's the main character
Right.
with his family. But then off to the side, they have some characters that are kind of shady looking, just kind of walking around. And then the daughter is trying to park her car the whole time. She's having a hard time parallel park. And like
Typical.
they're playing, right? And they're playing Journey.
no.
What is that song? Oh my gosh.
Don't Stop Believing.
Don't Stop believing. And so
That's the DJ
that
song.
song,
Yeah.
that song is playing in the background the whole time. And Tony, all the wife is there, his son is there, Tony's there. Those are shady guys. They went to the restroom, and then the daughter finally parks, and then she walks in, and right when she walks in, the camera cuts to the door, the bathroom door. The guys open the door, and then you see Tony's face look up to the front door where the daughter was walking in, and then it goes black.
Oh, they shot him
That was it.
That was it.
What?
because they killed him in the diner. That was the first.
They never actually said that. Here's the thing. It took 15 years for the producer to come out and be like, yes, to answer everybody's question, yes, Tony got killed in that scene. But they left it like, well, did he die or did he not? Like, what happened? Because throughout the whole show, he was, people were always trying to gun for him.
Yeah.
And he always, like, figured out a way out of it, and
Well, it was kind of like that movie Inception when that fucking, when that freaking,
It's your show.
with that little totem that he
Totem,
spun.
yeah.
you know?
yeah.
And then the movie ends and
And
it's
it
still
ends,
spinning.
it's
But
still spinning, yeah.
It fell. I know it fell.
Yeah. Well, it just left it too open, and it
Yeah.
was just like, well, what the hell, like, just for it to go black like that was like, at least you let him get killed,
But that's the cliffhanger because they leave it
It was
open.
definitely a cliffhanger.
And for you to think, okay, what's going to happen?
They want
Are
you
they
to
going to bring
interpret
something
the
back
ending.
in?
Yeah.
We've got to wait 6-7 years before something comes back out of it. But I think that's why they do that. In case they want to do something else with it, they can fade
It
the
hurt
black,
my
I can always that on
Michael,
yeah,
fade
there
the
you
black
go.
and go back.
Michael, it hurt my feelings. Okay.
It's like, what's supposed to end this way? How am I supposed to sleep? I just spent how many seasons was
I think it was
Sopranos?
7 seasons.
Spent 7 seasons watching this, and
Yeah.
it ends like this. Oh no, I'd be pissed. I'd be pissed.
Still considered
Come on,
one of the
what does
greatest
have a
shows.
good ending?
It's
trying to
it's one of the top 10 shows.
Is it really?
Yeah, I think Breaking Bad takes all of them. I think Breaking Bad stays like number 1. But yeah,
And that was one I kept up with it for maybe about 2 seasons. If a show has too many seasons, I kind of check
Lose
it.
interest.
Yeah, pretty
Ooh, the
pretty
next
quickly.
show, Breaking Bad episode.
Breaking Bad.
Breaking
There you
Bad.
go. That would actually
Somebody
be a
got
good
dressed up
one.
as Walter
Better
White.
Call
That'll-
Saul.
Walter White. We got him right there.
There's Walter White.
There's Heisenberg sitting right there.
Man, Breaking Bad was actually a really good show. What I didn't like about it is there was some filler, a lot of filler episodes. Like there's this episode about a fly.
Yeah, I've done.
Yeah.
How to fly?
The whole episode they're trying to kill.
Yeah.
Well, because the main character Heisenberg he's such a stickler and everything had to be perfect,
Right.
clean. And there's this fly in his laboratory. And the whole episode focuses on him trying to kill this
that
fly.
fly.
And it has absolutely nothing to do. I still haven't, I've never really thought about it. And I was like, maybe there was something in there that I missed, but there's not. It was like,
Yeah.
It was just obviously a filler.
was a filler.
episode. Yeah.
Yeah.
What was Walter White's wife's name?
oh,
If she would have just died,
if she
right?
wasn't even, that show
everybody
would
would
have
have
been
been
great.
happy. Everybody would have been
hates her.
rich.
Yeah.
Everybody would have been happy. Just happy.
Skylar.
Oh god! Just hearing the name, just like ugh, makes my hair stand up, man. I hate. Like there wasn't another character in a show that I've ever watched that I've hated so much.
Yeah.
Oh my God, you just
She
can't be
ruins
happy.
everything. He should have divorced her.
Why did you have to show her all that money you had in the storage room?
Oh, I know. Yeah. Actually,
Sorry.
Breaking Bad would actually be a good one if y'all ever decide to do another one. Because
But that one,
there's a lot of
I don't know how many
material.
nights. I don't know how many
There's a
nights
lot
I'd
of
stay
material.
up trying to binge watch that one.
That one's a
Better
tough
Call
one.
Saul. I like
That
that
was
one.
a
There
tough
was
one.
like 10
Better Call
episodes.
Saul was good. Yeah.
Maybe we can do a show where everybody just picks a different show.
hey, that would be pretty good.
that would be
Yeah.
cool. Mike's doing Breaking Bad. Ryan, I don't know what you
Better Call
watch.
Saul. That'd be a good one.
Which
Better
one?
Call Saul.
Better Call Saul.
Better
Yeah.
Call
Oh,
Saul.
Better Call Saul. There we go.
I liked it better
Yeah.
than Breaking Bad, honestly.
That was a good show
Better
too.
Call Saul.
Better Call Saul. Yeah. Big fan of the.
That's kind of like I want to say a prequel because most of it is prequel.
It's a prequel. Yeah, but it came out after.
Spin off or
yeah,
something.
yeah, but it was
Is
good
it?
though. Yeah.
I think I would do Buffy. You see, it's about these 5 people, and a demon gate opens up, and these things keep coming through, and these same 5 people have to fight off the thing. And it's kind of like something else I remember. I'm not sure what it was.
What about Supernatural?
Oh, Supernatural's a great one. That's
Supernatural is cool.
Dean and
Dean and Sam Winchester.
yeah, there we go.
I don't know how I know that.
Okay. Allegedly.
Allegedly, right?
Walking Dead would have been great
I don't
back in
like
its
Walking
heyday.
Dead.
Walking
I
Dead.
could not get into Walking Dead, man.
I like
Really?
Walking
could
Dead.
not get into it.
I just
Couldn't
haven't
get into
finished it.
Yeah, I was the same way too. I kept up with it for the longest time, and then after a while, I was like, I can't.
I think
do
they
this.
went through like a
Walking Dead had me all the way until the tiger.
That's exactly where I left
I
off.
think that's where
Was that
a
the
little after
Kingdom?
that.
It was called the Kingdom or something like that.
I was like, there's no way. I fell off after that. I was like,
Really?
Was that what do they call that? The jump the shark moment?
I think so.
Yeah.
I'll be darned. Okay.
Yeah, and you know what? I've heard a lot of people fell off after that too.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
they're
That was
like-
exactly the where I left
instead
off.
of
I was like,
getting-
these people couldn't keep a tiger, and then
No.
it was like,
Well, it
and
is
then
sci-fi.
I was never the
Stranger
same.
things have happened. Okay.
I was never the same after Glenn died. I was like, after that happened, I was like, all right.
That was traumatizing, right?
Spoiler. I'm just kidding. It's a little late, guys. If you haven't seen it,
Do you know how
now.
Glenn died?
No.
You've got to watch just that episode.
It was sad.
It was, yeah.
It was pretty brutal.
Is that the one where Negan?
You may.
Yeah,
yeah. Okay.
I was about to say you may not be a baseball
How
fan
is it that
after
you know that when you haven't?
Yeah. No, I didn't see it, but I heard.
They clocked him.
Oh,
They turned
yeah.
him into Sloth from the Goonies.
They sure did.
Hey, you guys.
They showed it, and it was
they
pretty
showed
rough.
it?
Yeah,
Really?
yeah.
His eye was popped out and everything. And then, of course, Negan, the character that he is, he was like, "Oh, that is gross. Look at your eye. Like, I just did that to you." Like, dude, that Negan character.
I loved Negan because
Negan
you
was
hardly
great.
ever see somebody be the villain and the comic relief at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Negan
It
was
was
both of
last
those.
that long as he did throughout the whole series.
Yeah.
I'm like, what? You just killed Neil. You dying next week, buddy.
Yeah.
Yep.
And they had a spin-off
yeah.
with him.
Yeah. He was still.
Him and Maggie, right?
Oh, did they really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I
They
didn't
they
know
go
that.
to like New York or something like that.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh
Yeah.
man, I had no idea. They've had a couple spin-offs already.
Yeah, they
haven't
had
they?
like
There's one
three.
where-
they've
They had
had a
like
ton.
3 or 4.
There's one with Daryl. It was called Daryl Dixon.
Yeah, that was the most recent one.
And then the one with Maggie and Negan, I think it's called Dead City.
Yeah, like Dead City.
I haven't seen that one yet.
And then
Yeah.
there's
Fear.
Fear of the Walking
Fear
Dead.
of the
Fear of the
Walking
Walking
Dead.
Dead.
I like
Yeah.
that one because I like the start of an outbreak, and I like to see how it all
I've
kind of
never.
gets crazy.
So is that what that one's about? I never
Yeah.
saw that one. Okay.
I watched that one too.
Huh. There's some good shows out
I gotta
there.
watch it either way because I gotta prepare myself for the zombie apocalypse.
There you go.
Breaks
I
out.
think you're ready already.
Yeah.
Got that samurai sword.
Samurai
ready to go.
sword.
That's a really cool sword, man. That Mike Wright from Blades and Banners gave that to us.
Really?
Yeah.
Totally unexpected too. He just showed up with the sword. I was like, oh hell yeah! Is that for us? He was like, this is
it
for y'all.
sharpened
Their new
or
toy.
It's got the square blade on it. Is it sharpened with
No,
the
it's
point?
not-
It's got the point. I'm
It's
sure.
not. It's not what he calls battle ready. It's not battle ready,
Right,
but it's
so
got
it's
a
not-
little bit of an edge to it.
Yeah, it's got the point. I've got one. Not like that one, but I've got one.
Do you really?
Oscar just wanted to.
Yeah, I just wanted to open that. I'm like, that's I don't ever get to play with it because we usually come here, record, and leave, and I'm like, oh, I just want to cut something with it.
That, if you ever get a chance, check out. If you're in the mall, there's not like a whole lot of cool stores. That's a cool store.
That's a cool
That's a
story.
cool
And the
store.
Millen Park Mall, they've got an island where they have all the swords.
Oh really?
Oh, no. Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
my
Little
favorite
kiosk.
sword was Excalibur, and I was when I saw the replica of Excalibur, I wanted that sword so bad. But when he said $1,000, you can keep it.
It's just gonna hang on my wall.
I don't need it that bad.
Well, I gotta go check out the store, see if they have the the Thundercats.
They do.
They do.
They did at one time. Yes, I've seen it. They have the
Thundercats is the shit, man.
What you're about to see is a bunch of He-Man.
Oh yeah, that's right.
The new He-Man.
In June,
Yep.
Masters of the Universe.
I hope it's not cheesy.
I hope they don't. I hope they do it justice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, what's the other? The one that came out in the '80s, right? With Dolph.
Dolph Lundgren.
Yeah.
That was so cheesy. Oh yeah. But it was good though. I was a kid, you know. So I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, we liked it when we were kids. We were like, yeah, that's cool.
That's our next theme.
He-Man in the Masters of the Universe. He's dressing up.
I got the guns.
Heck yeah.
And the kilt. No.
Get that. What's it called, that fake skin, but it's the muscle suit.
Oh yeah.
That would be cool.
Shut up, Orko.
Orko. God damn it. Oh man.
But yeah, it's funny, all these remakes and all these continuations going on. I really like it when they do continuations of movies that are like the way they did the Tron movies. That they had the one back in the 80s,
Yeah.
and then they had one 30 years later that it was direct continuation from the one from the 80s.
Yes.
Picks right up.
So
Yeah, it's not a reboot. It's they're adding on to the story.
My favorite Tron movie.
That
I wish it would have just Tron Legacy.
Tron
I
Legacy,
watched
it was so good. Yeah, and
Did
then
you like it?
You didn't like it? I liked it.
the last.
Oh no, the Ares.
Ares was terrible.
Yeah, it was
Ares was absolutely terrible. That's the one with Jared Leto.
Yeah.
yeah, that one was.
I was okay with that one. It wasn't as good as the other ones, though.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it was all right, but the other ones I thought were just way better.
Yeah.
I went and saw Ares in theaters, and there was a random guy sitting next to me after the movie. He gets up, he goes, "Well, that was another Tron movie." It wasn't great. What do you? I was like, yeah, buddy. I wish I could get my ticket back. The way they did the original Tron and then Tron Legacy, that was well done.
Yeah.
That's
the
what I
original
like to see.
Tron was hard for me. It was hard to get through.
I just finished the second Happy Gilmore.
Okay.
Yeah, and I like
didn't like
that
it.
one too. That it had the first one 20 years ago, and then this new one that came out. And
I couldn't get into it.
You didn't like it?
Oh, man. I don't know.
it's not the same.
Oh man, it was good.
I don't know if it was just because I feel like I like
been
the
too
old
long.
one so much.
Yeah,
You know, and
yeah.
I think I was expecting so much out of
much
the
the
new one. You know, it was okay, but I don't know. I think I just put too much into it.
It's
you know
still,
what I mean?
it's still, to me, it still played to that true DNA of the original Happy Gilmore. They still had some of the offbeat
They
characters.
still had some
in
of those
there.
characters, yeah.
Even some of the B and C lister characters. He brought them back.
But
Yeah.
to me, it's not one like I can watch Happy Gilmore, the old one.
Yeah.
I can watch it all the time. Like
It
you know,
still hits.
Maybe
Still
your
hits.
your expectations were too high
Yeah, this new
for
one.
the second movie.
I watched it one time, and I probably maybe I might watch it. No, actually, I don't think I'll probably just go looking for it. It's just not. It didn't hit me like that.
You know what? I think I'll roll with that. Yes, I enjoyed it that one time, but anytime Happy Gilmore is on, I'll watch that. Happy Gilmore 2, I'll bypass it probably.
Right? Yeah. It just. I don't know.
It was so good. The first one was so good.
Yeah, it was so good.
But I'm tired. I was like, did I pick up garden duty? Yeah, Ben Stiller was awesome in that movie. And then you start. Anyways.
She's like, can I have a warm glass of milk? You can have a warm glass of shut the hell up.
It was so good, man.
Favorite part. And then he comes out in the second one. Ben Stiller is
Yes.
still the
Yeah.
same guy. But to me, Bad Bunny stole the show on the second Happy Gilmore. He was really genuinely very funny on
was
that
actually
one.
kinda
Yeah, he was
funny in
good.
that.
Really?
Yeah.
I haven't seen Happy
Oh, you
Gilmore.
haven't
Yeah,
seen it?
he's the
caddy.
caddy
Yeah.
on yeah. So
Bad
he's
Bunny, the same guy from the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
yeah.
You should watch it just to watch it, you know, and see how you
Yeah,
like
Just to
it.
say you
Get your own opinion on it. You know, it might be one of those that you're like, man, this is gonna watch this every day now.
Yeah, I'm gonna binge watch this one. So.
This fool said the guy from the Super Bowl. No.
The guy from the Super Bowl.
like that's what Bad Bunny's most famous and known for is he's the guy from the Super Bowl. What the hell, Mike?
I only heard of him, and I hadn't really listened to his music until I heard he was performing at the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
And that's when I tuned in. I was like, oh, okay, so this is what the
Was that really your first time hearing him? Really? Wow.
Oh, really? Yeah.
That's
Please
why-
note he's
that's
one of
why
the
I-
largest or most famous artists on the planet.
Okay. Well, and some of the comedians I've introduced you to, like, who? Yeah, everybody knows who.
So me as
Cat Williams. You know?
Chris is the rock sometimes.
He'll introduce somebody that's from a sitcom from like 1962 and be like, "Oh, you saw it." I look back and it's in black and white, and I'm just like, "Bruh,
You remember?
J.J. Walker, Dynamite,
Everybody
bro,
knows J.J.
what are you doing? Dynamite.
Oh shit!
Like, bro, you just referenced something that my grandparents saw when they were kids. Shut up.
Everybody
Like-
knew who Walker was because of that slogan.
Can I ask you? I mean, and if it's none of my business, you can say it's none of your business. How do you have some of the connections that you do with some of these comedians and some of these people that are mainstream now?
It leads into my origin story.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
Don't do it.
This is 15 minutes of name dropping. 15 minutes.
I'm not going to even name drop or anything, but
He
how
got
it
bit by a radioactive
started
comedy spider.
is, I was in the airlines for almost 25 years, and when I retired from the airlines, I didn't know what I wanted to do. So I decided, well, you know what, I'm kind of take it easy. I'm going to be a bartender. So I went to bartending school up in Minnesota, got my bartender's license, came back to Midland, and went to find me a job as a bartender. Well, in Midland, they had this hotel called the Midtown Hotel. At that time, it's called the Wyndham Garden now. Mm-hmm. So I went in there and I interviewed as a bartender and got hired as the bartender. So when I was bartending, the owner of the hotel, he had connections with talent agencies, celebrity comedians, touring comedians, and at the time he hired me, I didn't know that. So when I'm bartending, it's in a hotel, people come down to the bar, and I'm cracking jokes. I'm just being me, I'm telling jokes, I'm making people laugh. They come to the bar, people come in there sad, I cheer them up. Well, word got back to the owner of the hotel. I said, man, your bartender's pretty funny. So he comes to me and he says, Mike, I hear you're pretty funny. We're going to start a comedy night here at the bar, and I want you to host it. I'm like, me? I don't know nothing about comedy. He says, don't worry about it. I've got contacts. We'll do shows. We'll get you introduced to them, and then we'll just go from there. So primarily, that's how I got started. So as we're doing comedy, I had my little 5 minutes of fame as hosting. And the comedians that he brought in were celebrity comedians. They were touring comedians. And as I was hosting, they were giving me tips and advice, how to write, how to deliver, how to set up. And as all that grew over the years, I picked all that up. So all those comedians that I got to meet then, it just transpired to when I created my own label. And when that hotel closed down, the owner said, hey, I'm going to give you my contact list, and you just go with it. So he gave me the contact list to agents in New York, agents in, out in California, and I've still got buddies on talent agencies that are out in California now that I call him. He said, hey, Roger Paul, I need this comedian. Can you get him for me? He said, yeah, I got him. Tell me what your budget is. And he hooks me up.
Man.
What year was that, Mike?
2007.
2007. Okay.
Wow.
That's when I got started.
20 years ago, almost.
When I got started.
Man. Damn. Yeah. So Mike, we bust his balls a lot for name dropping.
Yeah.
Mike has the best track record out of all of us, though. Man, he's gotten to work with numerous comedians. We've all worked with some notable comedians, but Mike has gotten to work with Louis Anderson.
Before he passed away,
Yeah.
John Witherspoon before he passed away, Eddie Griffin, since we're name dropping, Chris.
I wanted to give him the opportunity. Go ahead and name drop, because as a comedian, those are your credentials.
Yeah,
is who you've gotten to work with.
He just alley-ooped that right up to you.
Yeah.
And I just slam it.
Slam it.
But I've been blessed to do that. And some of these comedians that I've worked with, it's been an honor to meet them. And then with my name being in the database from New York and California, when it comes to West Texas, I'll get a call and say, hey, I've got this comedian looking to tag maybe that city come through there. Do you have anything that you can put them in, or we can call and contact and hook it up? And I'm like, let me see what I can do. And then a lot of times when that's happened, I've been able to find venues. That's why I have venues here in San Angelo or Midland, Odessa.
Yeah.
All over the place to where it's kind of fun, and I've been doing it ever since, and well hasn't dried up yet.
Yeah.
Man, that's pretty cool, man. Especially come from a town of only 7,300 people.
Well, I'm originally from Chicago.
Oh, okay.
So, but I came out.
I've been Monahans.
Yeah, but I would say a female brought me to Monahans, and I've been stuck there.
Every time.
She done it, but no, ever since then, it's been cool. I've just about any comedian within a budget that I can handle, I can get a hold of. So,
Man, that's awesome. What part of Chicago are you from?
Right outside the south side of Chicago, around in Champaign-Urbana, Illinois.
Okay.
So it's south side of about two and a half hours.
South side of Chicago.
Nice.
That's a really nice part of Chicago.
It is.
Is it?
No.
Yes.
No. It's like, wait.
Well, actually,
Well, I'm sure there is a nice
I heard
part.
about South Chicago.
yeah, well, it depends on what. Yeah, you're right. Depending on what side.
Yeah.
Well, south side is pretty much. But I grew up in that part of Chicago, and then my dad got transferred to the Air Force, and he moved us down to Rantoul, Illinois, which is south side of Chicago, further south in Chicago. And then he was at the Air Force base there for forever and a day until I went to school there and graduated and then took off again. So
yeah,
wow.
Been in Chicago one time, but we didn't ever make it down to the south side. We think we kind of stayed mostly in the center of the city, you know, and then we went up to like Wrigleyville with that's kind of north a little bit. No, yeah, I think but so, yes. It's a really pretty city.
It is, and it's changed and cleaned up a lot since earlier. We've
done 2 trips to New York, and I think Chicago's just cleaner.
It is
prettier. It's just like there's no trash piled up outside on the sidewalk. You know what I mean? Like you just. Where's the homeless people at? I know there's homeless people there. I don't know where they're at. I think maybe underneath that.
They overpass a lot.
Yeah,
in the sewer system.
Well, like downtown, it was weird because I didn't realize where I thought. So we're on street level, and when traffic passes, it kind of shakes a little bit. and then there was I was following this app. We're trying to get to like some restaurant or something, and it says just take these stairs down, and then you go across, and then you'll pop up over on the other a couple of streets down. So we go down the stairs. We're underneath the street, and it's like a whole parking garage underneath the street. And I was like, what the hell is this? Like, I didn't even know. That's why the street shakes whenever traffic drives by.
And especially the train cars and stuff.
Yeah. But I didn't. Who would know? I wouldn't. I mean, we're visiting. I had no idea that was. I mean, it's kind of mind blowing.
It's not like the boardwalk out in New York where it's so nasty. Oh my goodness, that brought back a memory. My first wife was from Chicago, from New York, and we went to visit her family one time. And being from the area I was in, we went down to the boardwalk, because they got the big Ferris wheels and stuff, all this stuff down. And I saw the biggest rat I had ever seen. Didn't know it was.
Oh, in New York?
Rat. Yes. Didn't know that was a rat. I thought that was a cat. And when I saw that, I said, look at the size of that cat. My wife goes, that ain't a cat. A possum? That ain't a possum. So that was the first time I seen a huge rat. I'm like, dang, I didn't know they got that big. What are they feeding these things over here?
People?
People? The homeless, when they pass away, that's when the rats are taking over. That's probably true. But,
I rode the subway one time in New York, and that was it. I was like, no, we're taking
I don't ride the subways in
taxi
Chicago
wherever we
either.
go.
Oh, really?
Yep. No, man, it was horrible.
It's kind of sketchy.
Yeah,
for sure.
I'll never go back to New York.
After 10 o'clock at nighttime, I do not recommend riding the subway. If y'all are ever
you got
in New
that
York,
right. New York, Chicago.
Yeah.
I don't recommend it either. It could be different now.
End up on the midnight meat train.
Yeah. Well, remember I was telling you this past Christmas when we were in New York and my parents went with us, and it was me, my wife, my mom, and my dad, and we take the subway. We're staying in Midtown. We go downtown to go eat at some restaurant, and we're kind of looking around at stuff. And I'm watching the time. I was like, "Hey, we took the subway down there, and it was fine going down there." But I was like, I want to get back on the subway before 10 o'clock, But everybody else is looking around and enjoying everything. And I'm like, shit, all right, well, we're a little bit over 10 o'clock. It's like 10:45. No big deal, right? It's like 45 minutes. Man, I was so wrong. We get we get back down to the subway, and people are, the freaks are out. They're already out. So we're waiting on the platform I'm waiting for our subway to come through, and I'm watching as it comes through, and I'm looking at the cars. And like, all right, what do the people look like in the cars as it's coming through? Because I don't want to put us on a bad car.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So this one looks pretty clear. I'm like, all right, cool. Let's get on this one. So we get on this one. Everything is fine. Last minute, this dude comes in, and I'm like, fuck. Yeah, he just pops in, and he's just like itching all over. He's picking his shirt up and everything. And I'm like, well, he's about three stalls down by the other doors. And I'm like, as long as he stays over there, it's cool, right? Well, my mom and my dad are sitting across from me and my wife.
First time in New York, his parents.
Yeah, their first time in New York.
You put them on a
I know, right? I'm looking at them. This guy is on this side, so I can't really see him. I can see him on my peripheral. Well, all of a sudden, I see my mom's eyes get really wide, and she's like, oh my God, what the fuck? Yeah. And then I kind of look over, and I'm like, oh, fuck. He's taking a fucking piss right there. He's just like, common. I'm just going to take a piss right here. Fuck everybody.
That's common.
And then you see all the people from the other end of the car. They all start making their way over. You know what I mean? And at the same time, he's still like, I think he ended up taking his shirt off.
It was itchy.
He's kind of itchy. Maybe he had eczema or some shit, bro. But luckily, that was the worst thing that happened. I was like, Mom, well, hey, welcome to New York.
Yeah. Could have been worse. Could have been female.
Could have been worse. Yeah.
Oh man.
What's crazy though is I was watching the news leading up to that week that we were going to spend there, and they were kind of a little worried about it, and I was just kind of watching. The week before in Midtown on the subway, a group of kids set somebody on fire on the fucking subway. I'm like, fuck. God damn it. Don't watch the news, Mom, Dad. Please don't watch the news.
I was in the Navy, of course, and I went to Great Lakes up there in boot camp, for boot camp. And we got out on leave one time, and when you said that, we were downtown and we saw somebody set a female on fire.
Oh, no, man. Oh, it's horrible.
Better have my money next time, bitch.
Oh, man.
Back to the base, guys. Back to the base.
Yeah. Get her money, somebody.
Yeah, somebody pay her. Get that guy from the train to pier. Put her out.
Oh, God, no.
Yeah,
man.
man.
No.
Where's R. Kelly? I knew you were around here.
Do y'all ever? I know y'all travel and do some shows.
Oh yeah.
Have y'all
here
ever
and
had
there.
some crazy moments in some of these other towns that y'all been in?
Chris stayed in the worst Airbnb.
Really?
Yeah, there was.
Oh yeah.
Do you want to tell about that one? The deer carcasses.
Oh my God! When he told me.
Wait,
about
what? Was it in the freezer or there was just?
No. Tell him that story.
I went to Lovelady, Texas.
Okay, where's that love lady?
It is way east.
Okay.
It's
Doesn't
like
look
6
like
hours.
it sounds.
It's down near Houston.
Is it in the Davy Crockett National Forest? Where
Yeah.
in the deep woods?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So we
That's
get
way
out
east.
there, and there's no hotels. There's nothing. I mean, there's a Holiday Inn for $280. And by the way, that's a Holiday Inn for almost $300. Like, nah. So so you get on Airbnb and you start looking, and on the inside, I mean, everybody takes good pictures, right? Like when there's 4 people in the audience, we know how to take pictures to make it look like there's 80.
Yeah. Okay,
I understand how this game works, right? So they did some camera magic, and we get down there and we meet a guy named Rusty. Now he's got this large house, pool in the back, and he's got this thing on his property. And I was like, all right, cool. So I shake his hand, and he's missing 3 of his fingers. And like, so Rusty
He's not good with the blade.
So
The Yakuza. The Yakuza.
maybe that's how he got his name, Rusty. But so Rusty hands me a stub. Now he could have shook with his other hand, but no. Rusty hands me a stub, and I shake his hand, look him in the eye, and try not to acknowledge it whatsoever. Just like everything's normal.
This is red flag 1, 2, and 3 here. This is shaking his hand.
So then he walks out to the back, and of course, to the left, there's a stable. Like the stables, it has 3 horses. All right, cool, rich guy, right? Whatever. So like there's horses, and then on the right, there's like this little bunkhouse, and that's what it was a bunkhouse. So people would come and work on your land and be in the bunkhouse, right? So I'm like, okay, whatever, right? But then, like at the end of this little walkway, because stables are right across from the bunkhouse, so any smells and whatnot's coming from the stables right into your spot, and that's horrible. But at the end of this little walkway, there was chains, and each of those chains had a deer head, and it was dripping into a bucket, draining. And then probably about 15 foot just past the door to the left, there was a bucket of dead chickens that had been plucked. This man, whatever he does it all on his own. Okay, he's got horses, he's killed deer, but it's all out there bleeding and doing what it does right there on the porch, like less than 20 foot from the door that I'm supposed to be sleeping in, and
waiting for a sling blade to come out.
Yeah, and I've got another buddy. I've got another buddy with me. Matt. Matt Weatherford is there, and he's just like. And we look in there, and like in the pictures, it looked large, right? Well, there's like a master bed, and then there's like 2 bunk beds, right? Like a family would stay there. No chance, right? So he's like, you can.
So he's good at taking pictures too.
So like,
You got a pretty mouth.
really good at taking pictures. So Matt's like, you're the headliner. You get the big bed. I'm like, damn right. So I lay on the bed for a second. I look over at Matt, and Matt's got his feet like literally hanging over the bunk, over the bottom rung of the bunk, like a midget on a small cot. Like a giant on a midget cot, and and I'm just laughing. He's like, "What, man?" I was like, "This ain't it.
Yeah.
This ain't it."
I'm not sleeping in the car.
I'm glad I canceled because I was supposed to be with him. I canceled.
But I was just like,
You'd been on the other bunk bed.
but between the dead deer, the bucket full of dead chickens, the horse manure wafting into my spot, and my buddy sleeping on a bunk bed, I was just like, this is I was just
not where we want to be.
But I was just started laughing. I was because there's nothing else to do. I'm just like, I'm laying back and I'm looking at the ceiling. There's like one ceiling fan just kind of spinning, making a noise. The bathroom door is hanging like on one hinge, like it's been kicked in, and I'm just like.
How'd the morning go?
Like, what the hell?
You boys want some breakfast?
No, we didn't even tell him. We pulled out. I didn't want to mess with him. We pulled out and we called him and said, "Hey, this is not what we thought it was." We're
And I tried to leave, and he goes,
Oh, you ain't going nowhere, son.
I was like, "Matt, let's load up." He's just like, he's like, "Yeah, get your stuff, just put it in the car. We're leaving." I was just like, I was like, "Do we tell this guy? We try and get the money back?" He's like, "You can tell him if you want. He ain't got a hand. And he got dead animals all over the place. You might be the next trophy." I was like, "You right." So
I'll call him.
So we
and $280 later, they was at the Holiday Inn.
Man, no, that's horrific.
No, actually, we ended up staying at the producer's house. He had like a house with like 4 extra bedrooms that were empty. That were empty, by the way. He could have led with that. He could have led. There's not a single place in this whole town to stay. I have a house with 4 extra bedrooms. Would you like to stay? He could have led with that, but no, he had to see to it that we met Rusty.
And that's a lot.
You got a story out of it.
Yeah.
That's a lot
material.
Of cutting your teeth on the road as a comedian is going and doing those sort of things, and he can generate material out of it. How'd the show go, by the way? That was all aside from the actual show.
Please understand.
You're in Loveland.
Please understand. I drove 6.5 hours to get there. I met Rusty. I spent a small fortune trying to stay the night at a place, and then ended up staying at the producer's house. None of my money was ever refunded. Man, I go to this place and I'm going to make maybe $70, and there were about 6 people watching me, and. And I did the contracted thing. I stood up there for 45 minutes. I delivered PG material, gave it all my energy. We had some fun, had some blast, but I wasn't going to have a bad time. I refused. After that much money, after that much effort, we were going to have a good time.
Make it worth your while. Yeah.
So me and 6 people partied, and you know what? It turned out it was a lot of fun. I wish. Obviously, you want a big turnout. You want to feel like a rock star, but those 6 people had the time of their lives with me, and I guess that's what I got to take away with it. I went down there and I saw a meme recently, what people think the job of a comedian is, and he's standing he's standing in a stadium and it's packed with 80,000 people, and then they like, now here's the real job. He's standing in the middle of a bar and there's like 6 people and a guy playing pool. I'm like, all right, so there's a lot of truth to that.
That's so cool though.
Got to cut your teeth though.
Definitely, really is. There'll be a lot of times that I call Chris, "Hey, how was your gig this weekend?" He was like, "I performed for about 6 people that had 4 teeth."
four teeth between them.
Between the 6 of them. Oh,
that ain't the worst of it. Man.
He's referring to a place called Gravois Mills, Missouri. It was in the middle of absolutely nowhere. And the thing is I was touring for a group, right? And God bless them. They hired me as their 1 hour guy. And, that gave me a chance to really cut my teeth and grow into the 1 hour spot. But I've been to Shinshin, Kansas. I've been to Houma, Louisiana. I've been to Gravois Mills, Missouri.
Odessa, Texas.
And you hold on. So you drive. Wait for your story.
That's your story. That's not mine.
So we drive. So you drive like 9 hours to get to a spot, knowing you're making $300 in no room, which means all your money's going to go in your gas, and food, and your hotel. So you're doing it just because this is something you're trying to prove to yourself and the world that you can do. So you get up there, and there's 12 people. Now, please understand, once you've driven 9 hours, you're committing to 18 hours of road time. Like you've driven more hours than there are people in the place. So, and when you're on the road, like you have to bring it, like you have to do it. You traveled all that way. You might as well have a great time. But at the same time, you watch what the hell you say, because I know that other people are just like, don't they have security? No, you don't say anything that you don't say anything with your mouth that you're not ready to back up. So like you have to, you still mind, they won't find you in the fields of Kansas. They won't find you in the foothills of Missouri. They won't find you half dead, eaten by alligators in Louisiana. Like, they're not going to find your body, bro. Like, don't.
You gotta watch what you say.
Did you ever talk shit to them? No. What if they heckle you? Then they win. Right? Like, no.
I'd be like, you right.
Yeah, you're right.
I'm not very good at this. You're right. I'm sorry.
Oh man,
That's hilarious.
But he wants to hear the story about Odessa.
No, that's his story. He tried to. No, I had. I tried to tell him.
So I'm going to tell you this trip to Odessa. I feel like I've told this story before.
Actually,
here.
Midland.
Was
Midland.
Okay, wherever that place was.
It was Midland.
But anyway, I get there and it's like the Starlight something. All right, and it's been raining. Your parking lot is nothing but gravel and divots. I mean, the kind that your car would just fall in and you could drown in, right? And so we're jumping my car pretty much across the thing, and we park, and I go in, and the parking lot's pretty empty. We get there early to set up stage or whatever, right? And the room, the building is. The outside is really crappy painting. The sign is busted. Like whatever neon sign they were trying to do, it's busted. It's pieces. And there's no windows on this building. A single story made out of cinder block. Like, this is nightmare fuel, right? And to get to this large metal door, which had no handle, you kind of pushed on it. Like, there was a 2x4 that you could walk across, like two of these like big divots that were full of water. So you're essentially crossing a lake on a 4x4. You go through the thing, and we walked in, and the first thing they said is like, he's like, are you lost?
Yeah.
I'm like, and with all the confidence in the world of like a naive little performer, I was just like, I had my mic stand in my hands, like, no sir, we're doing a show here tonight. He's just like, what kind of show?
They didn't even know they were coming.
I said, yeah, we're supposed to do a comedy show today. He's like, oh, I got to be here for this. and like, he's like the one guy at the bar. Yeah. And like, him and his wife get up to leave. So like the one person that kind of wanted almost to watch it was out of curiosity. He got up and left. In the meantime, like there's slot machines wrapped around the walls, which, by the way, another red flag, huge red flag. Because people that go and are just pulling the one-armed bandit looking to try and cash out are not trying to turn around and look at you, right? They're trying to win their money. This is their addiction. This is what they came for.
Yeah, your background noise to them.
So you have a wraparound bar. You have nothing but slot machines. You have one pool table. The pool table is lit up like dawn, right? Like, it is super bright. Like, you take, like, that pool table is the main attraction. Then we're going to stand over here where the stage is. The stage has no lights, right? No lights, no sound system, no nothing, right? So like, it is completely dark over there. And when we start the show, the guy not a single person looked at us. No one, no one turned around. Like, no one turned around from their slot machines. All right, there was two people sitting at the table right in front, right where we were standing, less than a foot from me. And I swear, like, if you're the comedian right now and you're right there, they sat with their back to me. They sat with their back to me the entire time, watching whatever was across the room.
And me in the back of the room.
And
actively ignoring you.
Like a foot away from me, with their backs turned to me. Yeah. And I've been paid $50 to do whatever I'm going to do. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to power through this. I'm up there and I'm doing stuff and trying to be a little bit clever, because I pretend that I'm clever and write good stuff. And of course, I'm being apparently too clever, because the guy on the other end is like, this is a bar, right? And I was just like,
I was heckling him all night.
And I was like, oh yeah, dick jokes. Let me dig into this bag of dicks. And I told like two dirty jokes, and then I went right back to my stuff that I wanted to present. And he's like, it's a bar, right? I was like, oh yeah. Let me reach back in this bag of dicks. And he's just like, he said, good night. And I was just like, all right, cool. He's going to leave. I looked up. He wasn't leaving. He meant, you're fucking done. Yeah. So again, I'm in the middle of nowhere. It's nothing but roughnecks. I saw their bathroom. It looks like a murder scene. They're like, if they kill me, no one will discover my body for weeks. So I was just like, all right.
You're right.
That's pretty much what happened. I was like, and it's time to introduce your main feature of the night.
No.
And I introduced the next comic.
No, before that, I go out there to support him. We're partners. I'm sitting in the back.
Okay, before I started the show, like he was sitting in the back, and he knew it was going to be a train wreck, and I knew it was going to be a train wreck. And I said, Mike, you sure don't want some time? He said, hell no. This man has never turned down an opportunity to be on the mic in his life. In this moment, he said, no.
That's hilarious.
When we walked in and I looked around, I mean, we hadn't even stepped 2 minutes inside the door. And the dude at the bar looks and says, "You guys sure you in the right place?" And he goes, "Yeah, we're going here to do a comedy show." He's like,
Yeah. Again, are you sure you're in the right place?
That's what I said. No. I went to the back. I said, "I'm not doing this."
Damn.
But see, I tried to warn him because when he told me this is where he was doing the show, like, I'm from that area. So I went and checked out the place before he got there. And I called him. I said, "Are you sure this is the place you're supposed to be?" He said, "Yeah."
In Midland?
Yeah. But you gotta understand, like I get paid all the time to drive somewhere in the middle of no fucking where.
Yeah.
I've never heard of, nobody's heard of. You go out there and you hope to God that it's a nice place. Sometimes you walk in and it's a really nice place. Sometimes it looks like a shanty where you will get murdered. And you've driven all that way. You're paid to do the show. You're contracted to do the show. You go in there. You try to do the damn thing, but you realize it's a place like the Blues Brothers when people were throwing the bottles and hitting the chicken
Oh, that
wire.
was classier than this place.
But yeah. So I mean, I go in there with the intent to, okay, I told a guy I would do the thing. We're going to do the thing, right? I go in there with the intent to do the job, and they should have. I don't know what they were thinking. Like you don't book anything there.
Sounds horrible. I would have been like, when did the
They're trying to
vampires
change
come
their
out?
image, maybe. Like, okay, I'm tired of people getting killed here. Let's try to liven the place up a little bit.
Clean it up.
Yeah, clean it up
a little bit.
And it was so funny because, it was supposed to be a comedy night that night, which the headliner and him were supposed to, they had set it up, had advertised it. And when we walk in there is no posters. There was no advertisement of the show. Nobody knew there was going to be a show there. And the flyers that they did have in there.
By the way, that never works.
The flyers that they did have in there was for the Halloween costume party that they were going to have. That was all of the advertisement. And right then, I've tried to coach him, I don't know how many times. Do your research first. And when he walked in, I said, "Oh, this ain't happening." And when he asked me, I said, "No."
No, I don't want none of that.
It's crazy because you think like Midland's actually a pretty nice town, but it has its places.
It was on the, the east side of town.
The flats, what they call the flats, that area?
No, it wasn't on the flats.
Oh, okay.
I call it hell.
It has its
it has bad sides.
Yeah, it has its bad sides.
But it
It has a South Chicago?
I tell you what.
Close.
That place was worse than the south side of Chicago. I was like, oh my God. And when we had to walk across a plank, because to get into the building,
Red flag.
To get into
Across the mold to get into the...
right then and there, I didn't have to open the door to know what it looks like on the inside.
But if,
I can smell this place from the outside.
Exactly. Yeah.
like if you ever want to hear about a heckler winning, that's a story.
That was the one.
This fool said good night. I was just like,
Yes, sir.
And he doesn't get up. You're like, it's time to go.
Here's the thing about Chris. Chris will do his show and he will do his routine to the end. He's rehearsed it. He's fine-tuned it. No matter where he...
And it's all the energy, all the act outs, everything, every time. You can ignore me and you're getting 100% octane.
Oh, hell yeah.
Except for that night. I had never seen him quit on a show, but when that dude said, "Good night," Chris said, "You know what? I don't have to take this. I'm going to bring up your headliner." I've been with this guy, and he's performed in front of 2 people.
Full energy.
Full energy.
Yep.
He'd bring them up to the front, and it's just him and those 2 people. And I'm there. "Mike, you want to go on?" "No." I feed off the crowd. And when you got 2 people, I don't get that.
Oh, that night he went up after he saw how into it they were. He's just like, "Oh, I will do some time."
It was open mic for me that night. That's all that was.
But he's that cat that was just like, "Oh, if we're winning, put me in, coach."
No.
Oh, you getting your ass whooped? I'll stay over here. I'll watch you. Like he's a jerk.
Ask you though, I gotta ask you, how did you pull the energy? 2 people, you don't even work. Like that's not even.
He focused right on him.
Yeah,
okay.
Like they tried to sit in the back. I invited him up to the front and was real honest with us, like, hey, the show's going to be a lot better if you come up here. If you don't, I'm going to walk back there and I'm going to stand right in front of you. So you might as well come up here. And so they came up and they leaned forward. They were actually very into it. They walked into the room with the intent to watch a comedian. They did not know that they'd be the only two people watching the comedian.
Neither did I.
But they were very happy to do it. And why not? We already done the promotions. The posters are up.
Yeah.
We've traveled to Lubbock. Like this is
do a show.
Yeah, this is the precursor to a show I'm doing later that night, and might as well do it.
No, not that show.
Okay, so
this show was at the one in Abilene.
Okay, correct me then.
Yeah.
Okay, the point is they've done a lot of shows.
We've done a lot of shows together, and like when we first got together, I was still pretty much green coming up. He was greener than I was because he was just getting started, and I'm still learning how to feel your audience, know what material to use, and what material not to use. So, in my growing stage, he invited me to a show he was doing here in San Angelo. What was the name of that coffee? What was the name of that coffee shop?
Stangos.
And it was like 20 years ago or something like that. It was a while ago. And I had a bit that I was doing.
9 years ago.
Like I said, 20 years ago, right? And I'm still learning the game, so to speak.
Yeah.
And he brought me in to do this show, and which was cool and started off. And my material was still beginner's material. I didn't have a lot to go on. So what I did have is what I went with, which wasn't for that coffee shop. And this was the first time I had ever did a show where I offended somebody. And the fact that I offended somebody, it took me by surprise. And I kind of like, oh, I can't do this because I never want my comedy to offend anybody. Well, the person that I offended was his father-in-law.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. And I was like, he goes, nope, that's it. I don't want to hear anymore. And I was sitting, I'm like, sir, I'm sorry. What did I say? And I realized, and at that particular point, I realized that when you're learning to feel your audience, that's the way to learn to feel your audience. And that particular joke that I had said that offended him 9 years ago, I've never told that joke again. I haven't told it since then. Because I never wanted to offend anybody.
Yeah.
God dang. So my quick that show you did out in Midland, did y'all stay and watch the headliner?
Yeah, we did.
How did he do?
He's like, I'm out. It was painful.
Well, he'd already gotten paid, so he had to do it.
Oh, okay,
yeah,
okay.
He had to because the headliner had already got paid. That's how he got paid.
Yeah.
So he had to perform. And like I said, he did his routine. The laughs were far and few.
But you know what?
okay.
But you know what? He stood like a goddamn pro on the road in front of in the worst possible place. And that's what I'm telling you. We get on these roads and you go in. You're being paid. You've been contracted to do a thing. And whether it's for good, bad, or ugly, you stand there and you have to do the time. If you're the headliner, you have to do the time. Yeah. And that man stood up there for an hour and 10 minutes and fought the good fight. So like, so like you, it was an unwinnable situation. But you know what? He attacked it for over an hour. And God
give him
bless him.
props for that, man.
He had to dig in for that.
No kidding.
But witnessing that will give you a huge respect for what some of these road comics do, and also why they're willing to go through some of the extremes they're willing to try and win a crowd, because they go to war in places that you would never want to stand.
Yeah.
Like if somebody dared me to go into that place on my own accord, I'd tell them no.
Hell no.
But if you hire me to go do comedy,
I told him no.
Everybody cuts their teeth on the road. Ryan was telling me this one time he had to go do the room in Chicago that you had to do a black room in Chicago.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, that was
Quick
that was
question.
tough.
How long have you been doing comedy?
So I'm going on 4 years.
Okay.
4 years.
And Ryan's been attached to some decent tours already. The Teacher's Gone Bad. Yeah,
okay,
Yeah, appreciate it. But no, it was real late at night. I had a set at the Laugh Factory that night, which was really cool. Yeah. And after my set, I went out to the green room and I was hanging out with a lot of the comics. And they're, hey, we're going to, I think it was a place called Cole's or something like that. And they're like, hey, they have an open mic. We're all going. Let's all go. So we all went. And I walk in there and everyone's like taking off their coat and stuff. And I'm looking, I'm my only white person. in the entire area.
I'm gonna kill this.
I stuck out. Like I looked like I was like, and before I could even sign my name up, everyone's like, "What's your name?" We're signing it up like right now. Like they just wanted to see me just get up there.
Going first.
They're ready to heckle this guy.
They were ready, and like it was tough. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
I told them I was from Texas, and they did not like that very much.
Ryan, was that your toughest show that you've done? What was the toughest road gig you've had, man?
I would say that one probably. That one, or I had one at LOL that was kind of tough.
Oh, okay.
Because I got my time cut in like half, and I didn't. She told me, but she was trying to tell me that I went over the time before, and she's like, "I'm gonna cut your time," but she didn't tell me when. And she cut me at like 4 minutes, and I had no clue. And I'm like in the middle of my joke, and then I just hear my walk up music, and I'm like, I was killing it, man. And I had to walk off in shame, kind of like I was like, this is embarrassing.
I like the truth in all this too, because like we've had a handful of people come on these podcasts and be like, I have never bombed. I have never done bad.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, bro, you have paid zero dues.
Yeah.
Like,
bombing is part of it. You have to bomb. You have to bomb.
I bombed quite a bit.
Yeah, I still bomb
My
to
worst
this day.
bomb. My worst bomb, though, they were there. My worst bomb. I was out there in, what is it?
Oh, God.
At the stables.
At Ballinger.
Ballinger, yeah. I was out in
Ballinger,
Ballinger on a Halloween night show. And it was a Halloween themed, and I wore a referee outfit, and it was pretty cold, and I did not have a jacket. So like I'm up there on stage like shivering.
Yeah.
And it's really hard to be funny or anything when you're like
cold.
Oh, you can think about how cold you are.
There was barn animals out there,
Oh, yeah.
and there was a donkey that was heckling us.
Yeah. And there's a cow moving during my set.
There was a cow moving during his set
during
too.
my set, so
Oh
the
my
cow
God.
started moving, and I'm like, God, I'm even getting heckled by a
That's
cow.
so
man.
It was like you were getting heckled by God. It was,
Actually,
it
he's like,
was
just get off stage, and I was like,
Moved by a cow. The cow didn't go moo. It was a moo.
no, that cow said goodnight.
Yeah, you right, Cal. You right.
And Ryan, he has to have a lot of reassurance every time he gets off stage. He's like, how did I do? How did it? Was,
Same word.
that's Ryan, you did great. Don't kill yourself, buddy. I love you.
So, did you hear that, Cal? Did you hear that, Cal?
I expect greatness from him because
Yeah.
I've been working with him for so long. And I was like, Chris, quit asking me. You know, I expect that from you. So you didn't surprise me. You did exactly how I expected you to do it.
It's because Chris is always writing new bits. So every time I see this guy, he's like, all right, I got this one. Da-da-da-da-da-da. What do you
He'll
think?
call me on those. He calls me. He'll say, hey, I got this. I want you to hear something. And I'm on my route. I'm at work. Right?
Yeah.
I'm walking
But you get excited, right? Because
Yeah, he
like
does.
I have people in the music industry that mix beats and do things right. If they mix a new beat and it is like, dude, they're like stoked. There's like, hey man, I'm gonna fire this beat over to you, right? And like these jokes are my beats, right? These are like I have something, I've thought about it, it's been in my head, I've been turning it for 3 or 4 days. I finally constructed it, I put it together. I'm like, that's not bad. I wonder what Matt thinks.
Yeah.
And just every time they present this new beat to me, like my music friends, like you can see the eyes and the dream, and he's so excited, and I'm listening, and I'm kind of like, okay, he's like, wait for it, and so it has that it's that same excitement. Like, okay, you mix this beat in some way no one has ever mixed a beat before. No, but like because I don't necessarily get it, but like at the same time they want to introduce it to me. It's like, man, this is fire, this is new, and it's fresh, and when it's fresh and when it's new, and you think that you have something that's gonna be something that you want to put into your show, you absolutely want to share it with somebody, but you don't want the first time you share it to be on the stage.
No.
You want to put it in front of someone who knows what they're doing as far as writing, and someone that you respect. So you'll call somebody that you know writes well. You'll call somebody that you are happy to share the stage with, because these are the people that you respect to give you feedback and that you believe will give you feedback.
Well, that's right.
Because
Because
I can go tell it to my friends at work, what are they going to do? They're going to laugh that's a good one. But if I tell it to one of these guys, almost never do they say it's good. They're like, yeah, all right, Chris. And I'm just like, and then
they're brutally honest with you.
It's either that or we add something to it. Here's what you can add.
Deconstruct it and then give it back.
And then I go right back in the kitchen. And I cook it. I cook that beat a little bit harder. And when I do drop that beat on the stage, it actually hits something as opposed to just being this clever thing that I thought I had.
Yeah, so that makes sense. If you get one of your buddies to laugh, you know you got something.
Yeah, you really do need something like that. So it's a good thing that y'all got each other because you can bounce it off of each other.
Yeah,
exactly.
That's good.
It's a sounding
I tried it on my class a lot.
We don't really have. Oh yeah. He tries to stand up.
You gotta keep the kids amused somehow.
Participation's out the roof. So.
He's like, all right, kids, I'm gonna do a type 5.
Wake up, Johnny. Wake up, Johnny.
I didn't see you laughing. No cookie for you.
Or milk.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
So it's good that we all kind of have a sounding board that we're able to bounce ideas and
that's
everything.
cool.
Yeah. So there's not really a lot of open mics here in town.
Well, that's another thing. You know, for us, as far as long as we've been in the game, a lot of us. Well, I don't know about San Angelo. There's not a lot of open mics. So if we're writing new material, for us to go out and test it. Well, like I said, I have that place on Monday night in Odessa that I went to last Monday. But the only reason I was able to go because during football season, it's on Monday night. I'm not going out to do jokes from the football game.
Yeah.
So there's not a lot of open mics to go. So when I come up with something new, I don't know if it's going to hit or not until I go to a showcase, or maybe I let these guys in on it. And I was like, what do you think it is? I just got this. Like I was telling him just the other night. I said, well, this is kind of my ending with, it's a joke with Winona Ryder between Stranger Things and another show that she did with Beetlejuice. So I kind of mixed the two in together of what she was doing in Stranger Things and then what she said from another movie she was in. And I ran that by him, and he says, that's funny, that's good. So I said, okay, I'm going to use that. So it's always good, if I can't get a feedback from an audience to practice in front of, I'll run it by these guys as they do us. Yeah. I mean, I was on my way up here, and I got a text from a lady who's just starting comedy. She says, Mike, I just did this show. I want to see how it went over. Can you give me some pointers? I said, hey, I'm on my way to an interview right now. I'm driving. I said, I'll get back to you as soon as I'm done. So I'm waiting to see what her little comedy's like. And so I was surprised that she's into it because she's one of my singers, so she sings pretty good too. So I can't wait to go and see what kind of comedy she's done. But I get that a lot.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Man, this is interesting. Like everything is so
when you
like
see it, when you hear it, and then all the clubs you show up to in the middle of nowhere, you're like, am I in the right place? Yeah. And then you figure out you are in the right place.
You guys got some good stories though, man.
I like that he still uses the word club.
Well, club, bar. I
mean, there's comedy clubs. Like, I guess you go to Austin. There's actual, that's all they do,
absolutely.
just comedy clubs.
Full scale comedy clubs.
Yeah.
I've done a lot of comedy clubs compared to bars.
Yeah.
But there's also some, and I always tell him, I said, you don't have to say yes to every single one. Weigh your options. Find out details about it. If it's worth your time, then take it. If it's not, don't do it. Unless you're just doing it because you want to get on stage.
He wants the mic time.
That's it. That's it. A lot of comedians do. He's not the only one. They prefer the stage time.
But I was going to say, stage time is a premium. We just talked about how there is no open mic. We just talked about how there are no places. And even the scheduled shows we have in San Angelo, we're lucky to get 1 or 2 shows in the whole city in a month. Yeah. So like I realize in Austin where they have where you can go to 2 to 3 different spots on each given night. Like you have plenty of opportunity. You can say no to a lot, but it turns out if you want to do more than one, let's say 4 or 5 shows, if you want to do 4 to 5 shows a month, you have to say yes. And they train us very early to say yes to everything, because if you don't, once you start saying no, then they stop asking you, because we have at least, we have 18 other comics who will absolutely not say no. In fact, I don't even have to pay them. They'll pay me, right? So they'll kneecap you in the parking lot to take your spot. So yes, you say yes when you're asked.
Yeah.
So and that's what we're trained on. I am far enough in the game now that that I can say no, that I start saying no, and that I'm a little bit more picky. And I've gotten a very particular type of show that I'm trying to do now. And I think, but like forever and a day, like you don't say no, because like who are you to say no? You just won't be asked again. And that's
that's probably true to some degree. Yeah. But it also depends on the comic too. We was doing.
You're
the
right,
show.
Matt Rife. He can say no all he wants.
No. Don't go above the level. Yeah, stay at your level. We did. I was doing a show with Omar Gooding, and I had worked with him, and I had him coming to a show. Well, there are levels.
No, I'm just kidding. I was just.
And I keep telling these guys, stay at your level until you're ready to go up to the next level. I said, yeah, a lot of times you don't want to say no to stage time, but recognize the stage time of where you're at. If you're going to a club, bar, whatever, where the setting is not really set up for comedy, the stage time's not doing you any good because they're not listening to you.
Yeah.
Unless you're able to grab their attention, they're doing whatever they want to do on their phones, talking among themselves at the table. You have to be able to grab their attention. If you can't grab their attention, stage time doesn't do anything for you.
There was a saying that I heard early on. It said if 70% of the room isn't there to watch the comedy, then it can't be won, because the other 30% will ruin it for the room, and it's there's no winning that, right? Yeah. If you don't have a majority of the room, a vast majority of the room that are there to watch the show, then you have all the disruptions, all the everything, and you can't just be funny. You have to be make somebody's face laughgasm funny. Like, you have to be Robin Williams brought back from the dead to win that room.
Yeah.
And that's not like, oh, he sucks. It's like, no, it turns out he's not a reborn living legend. Right.
Yeah. That makes sense.
Like I was saying, we did a show with Omar Gooding, and we was in Midland. We had finished that show in Midland, and we were coming to I do the Tilted Mug a lot, a book there. So I was bringing them to the Tilted Mug to do the show, and another buddy of ours was going to drive them from Midland to San Angelo to do the show at the Tilted Mugs. Well, Omar calls me up and says, "Hey, Mike, since so-and-so was driving us, do you mind?" And the only reason I'm not saying his name, because I don't think to this day he knows Omar said this. Just in case he's listening. So they took him to the show, and he said, "Hey, you give him 5 minutes." I said, "Well, are you sure? Because, it's pretty full already, pretty packed already. The shows, I like to do my shows 90 minutes. Uh-huh. I said, "Okay, hey, you're the headliner. If that's what you want, you got it, I don't have to do a set. I'm promoting the show. I'm better off watching, making sure everything goes okay, so I don't have to go on set. Usually when I perform with the celebrity theater comedians. So we get there, and I let this guy on, and I'm sitting next to Omar. Omar had never heard him. He just knew he was a comedian. And when he went on, I'm sitting next to Omar. Omar's face was like,
what is he doing?
Close. What he said was, "Oh my God, what have I done?"
God. That's horrible.
You might not ever want to let that guy know that that's him.
And like to this day, and the guy, but see, I don't think Omar knew. He's still fairly new too. He was fairly green at that time as well. So his material wasn't polished. But he, as a favor, because of what he was doing for him and the other comedian we had and driving him over there, he said, "Well, give him a little stage time, give him a little stage time." Yeah. Of course, the Tilted Mug is packed. It's full. People are there to watch the show. So the focus is on the comedian. So he's in front of a good crowd. So he got, and Omar was like,
"What are you doing?"
The facial expressions he made, I was crying.
God, that's horrible.
Please understand the damaging piece Mike said. He said a good crowd. By the way, a good crowd, it's completely sold out to see the headliner. The less you put between them and the headliner, the better off you are. Yeah. It's like going to watch Metallica and some local cover band pops in and does 15 minutes. You're just like, bring out Metallica, right? So when you have somebody like Omar and like the whole place is sold out there and people can't get in and they're there to see Omar, see Omar. You don't put any surprises. If that person's not on the poster, who the hell is this guy?
But that was his request. I produced the show, but that was his request. You kind of cater to the headliner. Kind of cater to him, and he was only giving him 5 minutes. The other guy, the featured guy, was a pretty good comedian as well. So between the host. I think I had you hosting. Did I have you hosting it now? I can't remember who I did. Was it you?
No.
I can't remember who I had. Might have been me. I don't remember. I think it was, like I said, because I was going to do time.
It was, he's like, it wasn't me.
Wasn't me.
Well, because for so many years, we've been doing shows at Tillman for like 8 years.
Yep.
And every third Saturday of the month, me and Chris, I produce a show. I let Chris host it. And he would do his thing. And then, I'm running around making sure everything's, running smoothly, lights and sound and all that good stuff. So when, unless I bring in a major headliner, that's the only time I'll do time, but that night I was like, okay, what you want?
And then Mike was talking about levels earlier with comedy, especially that there is different levels. Bar shows can be hit or miss because maybe they're there to see you. Most of the time they're not.
Yeah.
Comedy clubs are usually pretty good. It's about a step up from bar shows because they're actually buying a ticket to come and see you, but they still heckle you a lot.
Yeah.
Finally, this year, for me, this is the first year that we've gotten to start working in theaters.
Okay.
So that feels like a major.
Oh, yeah.
That feels, you don't get promotions in comedy.
That's an upgrade.
You get to work at better venues.
And that's the opportunity that's presented to you that you're coming up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because if you can get to that next level and you do good in front of a crowd that's there to see you or to see comedy, not to just sit at the table and drink and be loud and so forth and so on, but they're there to see, it gives you that opportunity now. So now you can put yourself at that level because, hey, I've now performed at a theater.
Yeah.
I'm ready for still to advance still at that level or wait till I can go up to that next level.
And I'm going to brag about our group. All right. Because let me go ahead and grab I'm going to tell you the Performing Arts Center. It is an absolute blessing to be at.
It is.
And the thing is we've been there we've been performing there for over a year now, almost on a monthly basis, and that is so it wasn't like, oh yeah, we'll let you do a show and then like, oh, never again.
Yeah.
Like we're looking at what maybe our eighth or ninth show there, and that means that we have not managed not to get run off or kicked out or caused them to be like, nah, this is not part of what we want to represent. So we're not just super lucky to have gotten there,
Right.
but we are super fortunate to have gotten a chance to be there and be invited back.
Yeah.
That's cool.
And
man.
Yugi, the director over there, he liked us. It was when me and Chris first met with him and told him the idea that we wanted to try to bring in there, especially the very first show that he put together, which was the
Best Gesture.
Best Gesture, which was a brilliant idea. I'm bragging on you a little bit.
Actually, that was the last time y'all had him here was during that Best Gesture.
That I thought was a brilliant idea, and the concept of it to where he put it together and they showed up on stage and performed. There wasn't, in my personal opinion, and I'm sure I'm not the only one, on that show, there was not one comedian that bombed that night. Everybody brought their A game.
Yeah.
Damn, that's what
And I was so impressed with that because our little core group, there's been in front of a crowd like that. Yeah, these guys here, in front of a crowd like that, brought their A game, and wasn't afraid to perform in front of a huge.
It was almost 300. I think, right?
For
That's a good
time
crowd.
was
Yeah,
a
that's a damn good
large
crowd. That's a good
crowd,
crowd, yeah.
and nobody froze up, nobody stuttered, nobody got lost in their set, and to watch these guys, which is I always love doing. It's even if I'm not performing with them, to watch them, and they'll tell you. They're doing a show, and if I'm not on it or I've got nothing to do, I will come out there just to support them, just to see how they and they do good. And when they do good, that gives me to say, hey, I'm putting a show together now. I got you guys on the show.
Yeah.
And they're ready to come to perform in front of a crowd that's ready for comedy. Not that you're trying to grab their attention because you're going to get that anyway. That's what they're there for.
Yeah.
So, which is why I like hanging out with these guys because it doesn't matter what show we do. I know they can bring their own.
Yeah.
And there are a few comics that I have worked with that I don't feel can bring their own. I just don't work with them.
Yeah.
I don't say anything about it, but I don't work with them. But our core group here, these guys, I'm telling you, I've been in the game for a while, and I've been taught and told and suggested, and these guys pick it up from what I was told, and I pass on to them, and now they're passing on to other people. They got it.
Yeah.
They got, that's what it makes for the great show that we've been doing. His idea. Ryan's still working on it, but we'll
Whoa.
come up with an idea.
He's got his teeth still.
That's right. I'm young, guys. I'm young.
You're with the right group, though. I mean,
Yes, he is.
I'm the young in here today.
It was funny. The first time I saw Ryan perform was at the
Oh, don't do this. Don't do this.
Oh, don't do this to me, but all right, let's go.
No,
Turn up the burner.
No, it was good. He came up to me. And I don't know why, but he knew I was in the place. And afterward, he comes up to me and says, "How did I do?" Wait a minute, all these people in here. Why do you care what I think? Not to mention when I told him, he did good.
Yeah.
He was green. He was just starting out. He said that. His stage presence was great. Only thing was
I'm going to ask you something.
What's up?
If you're a new comic, and you know that there is a person in the room who books in cities throughout West Texas, is the primary person that brings in celebrity comics and puts support comics on the stage. When you are done, do you not want to know what that man thought of you?
Oh, yeah.
There you go. That's why, Mike.
I did it. Yeah, well,
But I feel,
How did I do?
I was also a little inebriated at that point. So I won't,
Best way to be.
I do find it an honor sometimes to be recognized in that manner. But I always tell everybody, hey, be yourself. Go out there and do what you do because that's what you love doing.
Yeah.
And I tell you, it's not what I think, but if you're performing in front of an audience, that audience is going to tell you what they think. And that's really what you're trying to get the approval of, is that audience you're performing in front of. Don't worry about what I think. Right. I mean, I can tell you you're good, but everybody in the audience might think, no, your ass sucks. I will never try to mislead a comedian. I'll never say anything bad, but I always just say, if they ask me, I won't give it to them. If they ask me, well, what do I need to do? Well, try this, maybe try that. Delivery is everything. John Witherspoon gave me the greatest advice ever. That's
right. Count him every time.
Only because he has passed away is the only reason why I still bring him up.
Yeah, that's the only reason.
Yeah,
I was going to do the under, and then, like I was going to dunk.
But it was good advice, and I pass it on to everybody who asks me. He said, you can tell a joke the same way over and over and over again in front of a crowd all the time. But how do you deliver that joke in front of a different crowd makes that joke funny. You don't have to give up on that joke. Just deliver it differently.
Yeah.
That's what makes it funny, or that's what can make it funny compared to what you might have performed before and it didn't go over well. Don't give up on the joke. Just deliver it differently. Yeah. So I always
that's good advice.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That was probably the best. I've gotten a lot of advice from a lot of different comedians, but that was the number one guy that has ever given me an advice that stuck, and I had liked that to where I pass it on to everybody. Who asked me. I just don't give it, because they might think, "Oh, you criticizing me?" No, I don't. I will never do that.
Yeah,
that's what I need. I need more people to criticize me. Yeah, so I can get better.
Oh, they're criticizing.
Oh yeah, I know that.
Well, didn't you say you stopped reading the comments section?
I stopped reading the comments. Yeah, I was like, I'm not here to get my feelings hurt. Yeah. I just want to say what I got to say.
Oh, before we get too close to the end, I did want to bring the shirt up here so we can kind of.
Yeah, absolutely. And then I actually have the gift basket too.
That way you can kind of show it off a little bit. Ooh. You got it, Chris? All right. So the shirt's being given away, is that right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, the jacket, I'm sorry.
Chris bought a special jacket that one's actually going to be given away at the end of the show.
We haven't decided. I don't think he's decided how he's going to give it away.
Okay.
But I think he's still deciding.
It's a pretty sweet jacket.
So it's got it's got patches. It's just graffiti. The back says Hellfire. On the side, we got the Demigorgon with his mouth open. Another Hellfire Club patch. It's about. It looks
probably
like something a 48-year-old white man should never have bought.
He said, "Do you know how awkward I felt going into a hot topic to buy this stuff?"
That's what we have, and it's pretty decent, and just probably something that I will never wear again. It's a one-time wear for me if I wear it, and if it's or it's just a giveaway that we're going to give away.
What size is it, Chris?
This is a 2X.
2X.
It is?
Yeah.
Really? Wow.
Heck yeah.
So we're gonna be giving that away at the end of the show, and then I've got this whole little gift basket that we're gonna be giving away. Which camera?
This one right here.
All right. So boom, we got
That is
Things
sweet
lunchbox.
right there. I like
little
that.
mini Demigorgon Crunch. Man.
Oh.
What else? Hang on. I got one of those little tote bags, Hellfire Club water bottle. I got a nice Stranger Things jigsaw puzzle.
That's crazy right there.
There's some super fans that'll love that stuff.
Yeah, so
Exactly,
we've got
yeah.
little Bluetooth speaker. That's just for.
That's
playing
probably
the
for
favorite
you,
song.
right?
Yeah. Stranger Things gummy waffle.
Okay.
That's more of a collectible. I can't imagine somebody eating that, but if they do, then I'm sure it's expired.
Or will be by next week.
So we got quite a few things to give out, and it just all to entice ticket sales, and having just true fans out there.
Yeah,
absolutely.
That really love it. So
Damn, that's gonna be it's gonna
It's
be
gonna
fun,
be a good
man.
show, man.
And you
Yeah,
guys
good
are
show.
invited, man. You guys you guys got to come out.
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
Come out, check us out.
Yeah, no, definitely.
I try
will.
to make it to as many of the shows that I can, but man, it seems like every time we get a weekend off, I'm like, oh, we got to go out of town or something like that. But when we are in town and there's something going on, I want to try and make it.
Yeah, and speaking of Matt, Mike's actually got several different shows. He's got. I wasn't lying when he said he got about 9 shows coming up. If you go check out his website, what is your website, man?
It's MSPN Entertainment, of course, and it just shows, or you can follow me on Facebook, and then there's a link that takes you right to the show thing that shows where all my shows are coming up. So, and I've got a couple more that I'm adding. Mario Salazar's coming. I've got him. He's always hey
Mario's good.
Mario's very good. I've had Mario here 5 times because they keep asking for me to bring him back.
Yeah.
He used to.
I had him, I think, 3 or 4 times.
Yeah,
That's where I started was with Mario Salazar, Raymond Orteta, and John Stringer.
Okay.
I got John Stringer coming in. I got Flo Hernandez getting ready to come in. We got quite a few. I mean, because everybody asked me, "Hey, when you bringing? Who you bringing?"
Yeah.
I say, well, who you wanting to see?
Yeah.
And like
Hell, I'll do it if I had that kind of Rolodex.
Yeah, you
that's
got a
what
heck of a Rolodex.
I do, and people will ask. I mean, I get calls to people from comedians are like, "Man, what else you got?" I got Daryl Felsberg calling me. I'm like, I've got all these people, comedians calling. I've only have so many venues I can put them in.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to schedule them out, and do the best I can as far as bringing them out because. Those that I've worked with already in the shows that we do, get nice turnout.
Yeah.
No, that's badass. Ryan, you got any plugs?
Oh no, this plug right here. No, I'm playing. No, I haven't. My nose is plugged. No, I haven't been doing as many shows as I want to lately. I'm going to start doing a little bit more. I think I'm going to do some on spring break with a Teachers Gone Bad group that I've been talking with.
The Teachers Gone Bad shows are a lot of fun.
Those are a lot of fun.
Yeah,
so.
it's is it Irma?
She's
Irma
she's the one that runs it. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
She called me also just the other day. I've got her coming out. I've got her. She's doing her Chinga show.
Yeah.
I wasn't invited to that one.
That one. But that one, she's doing really good with that one too. She's been in Vegas with it. She's been all over the place. And to call me up, say, hey, you got anything in San Angelo, Odessa? So I've got her in Odessa lined up and coming here to San Angelo.
Dang, heck yeah. Chris, you got any plugs?
No, this is probably going to shoot me in the foot real hard, but at the same time, it's trying to forward me to where I want to go. I'm trying to just do clean shows and I'm trying to move towards the Christian comedy thing. I want to be performing in churches in front of congregations and doing that sort of thing. And so now that means I have to say no to a lot of shows that I know have no limit of what they are willing to say to get a laugh. Number one, I can't let myself be the person who gets baited into doing whatever it takes and saying whatever.
Yeah.
And then I also shouldn't really be connecting my brand to people or to the type of show that is going to absolutely go off the deep end. So the idea now is that I'm trying to put myself in the situation where I'm performing in front of clean audiences, theaters, and churches.
Okay.
So I think my show opportunities are about to fall off a cliff, but at the same time, the shows that I do get, I think that's the kind of show I want to be. I want to be in.
I don't think so. I don't think it's about to fall off the cliff. I really don't.
Clean comedy really is the way to go. Number one selling comedian right now is Nate Bargatze. He's 100% clean. He's my absolute favorite comedian, and I mean he's about to open his own theme park. That's how well his comedy is doing. He sells out stadiums everywhere. So moving in the direction of clean comedy is always really good.
Especially if you can do it.
Yeah. Well, and then anything you can bring your family out to and everything like that, you're able to sell a lot more tickets.
No, I'm genuinely excited to do that, and I'm committing myself to it. And I think people are like, well, you can do both. Like, no, I don't think you can half step. Like you're either with the congregation or you're not. Like
I've been telling him to do shows and do what his worth is for years, and he wouldn't listen to me. He never listened to me. Now he's finally listening to me, and some of the shows that he's already got, he's getting paid what his worth is, or at least close to it.
So yeah, we like a theme park here in San Angelo too.
Yeah.
bring back
Just
a
so you know.
Neffs.
Yeah, there you go. Bring back Neffs.
Yeah.
Matt, any plugs?
Not just the Stranger Things show, and that's about it. I'm working on my wedding. I'm getting married in September.
Congratulations.
So that's actually, thank you, I appreciate it. That's actually the only thing I'm plugging.
Yeah.
No,
I'm on that.
Everybody's invited to his wedding.
Chris is on the wedding. No, he is. He's one of my groomsmen. But that's what's kind of been taking up my time. We're still booking shows with Levity 325. Is mainly me and Chris producing those shows. Okay. And then we work with that roster of comedians that's here in San Angelo. Cool. So we've got stuff going all the time. Mike's the one that's constantly cooking. He's got something on the burner all the time.
But it's so good that, they recognize that, and now they've done it for themselves.
Yeah.
I mean, Levity 325 came from, the idea of, hey, you guys here in San Angelo have a comedy group. Get yourself a brand. And that came from Yugi to help to tell them. I think it was you that came up with the idea, and I think you came up with the logo.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
When they put that all together, and when they came up with Levity 325 and how it came about and what it's all about, that's exactly what I'm talking about. Yeah. These guys who work together so well to where in San Angelo, they're doing something for comedy here in San Angelo. They have a comedy group, which compares to some of the other cities that have their comedy group. Now San Angelo has one. Laredo has one. San Antonio has one.
Lubbock has one.
Lubbock has one. For these guys to come up with them and put themselves on the map with a logo and a brand that everybody recognizes.
Yeah. So with your shows that you're doing, of course you got your comedians that you work with. Do you offer any like open mics?
With Levity 325, we've set up open mics here and there. Sometimes they work, sometimes they don't. Yeah. Sometimes it's a really rough room. Sometimes it's a really great room, and then but there's nobody there. Yeah. Yeah. Right. A lot of times they're giving us an open mic that they have pool tables going on and dartboards and all the stuff that takes away. Comedy, it has to be 100%. The audience is focused.
I'd say Laugh Riot's been the most successful thing we have. That's the closest to that.
Okay. So Laugh Riot's a lot of fun. We get audience members to sign up and just tell one or two of their favorite jokes. It doesn't have to be anything original.
Yeah.
Then this is a concept that Chris came up with. But they sign up to tell one or two of their favorite jokes. It can be a meme, it can be something they heard, that gives them a confidence to get up there and try to tell. And then, there's been some really, really successful ones. That one at Cristobal Vineyard, that was a lot of fun. The 01 Tap Room,
that was a fun one.
That was a lot of fun. So, and it's cool because Chris has a bucket. He pulls the name out of the bucket. All right, next person up is Mike, and everybody chants Jerry Springer style, Mike.
They're walking up to the mic.
Kidding. Yeah, it gives you the most confidence you could, especially anybody that's just trying it for the first time, to get up there, have their name chanted. You kind of raise your glass on the way up there, and tell your joke.
Man, that's badass.
Yeah, it's good. It's good, man.
Yeah, man, because we got a couple of people in here, and they were like, "Man, I really want to try an open mic," and I'm like, "Dude, I'd give it a shot."
Yeah.
Like,
so we've tried to set up open mics here and there, which. Sometimes they're good, sometimes they're not. Those Laugh Riots are always a lot of fun because that's kind of like an open mic. They can come up there and tell whatever jokes that they want. It's just we don't like anybody to call it an open mic.
Yeah, I'm going to say, Chris going to get on you for that one.
Yeah. It's not an open mic. It is a Laugh Riot.
It's a Laugh Riot.
That's why I said, ooh.
Yeah. But Levity 325, we got a couple of different products. That's one of the kind of top selling products is that Laugh Riot. Then we do a comedy and karaoke as well.
That one's good.
That one. I love that one because I get a DJ.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so.
Well, man, hey, dude, that's badass. I'm glad y'all are doing stuff like that and continue to keep doing events and stuff like that.
Just keep the ball moving, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah. So, hey, when this episode comes out, it'll be, of course,
next Tuesday.
So,
leading right up to the show.
Yeah, leading right up to the show. So go out and check it out. And where can they find it on Facebook?
So the tickets are on sale through SAPAC's website. On Facebook, it's going to be on my page and the Levity 325 page as well. And you can just find the ticket link right on there. We've been promoing for 2 months now.
Yes.
Yeah, so every promo has the link on there.
Awesome, man.
Yep.
Well, man, it sounds great. Thank thank you again for coming in the studio, man. I really do appreciate it. And
Thank
the
you
long
for
drive from
traveling.
Monahans.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, I travel over. I just came from El Paso a couple of days ago. So,
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, so I go all
Oh,
over
man.
the place. Yeah.
Ugh. Anyways, guys, thank you very much for listening to the show, and we'll see you next week.
What it do?
What it do, baby? Yeah.